Welcome to the Herald-Advocate's coverage of Marlboro County High School football. Tonight, the Bulldogs are in Florence to take on the Wilson Tigers. We will join Lon Lester for all the play-by-play action after these messages from our sponsors.
Say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Health Care. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Health Care, we believe that your needs come first.
For friendly, knowledgeable service, come see us at Causey's Home Center for your next project. We have a full selection of quality paints, plumbing and electrical hardware, as well as lumber. Pick your new floor covering from our wide selection of carpet, tile, and linoleum. You're part of the family at Causey's, so come visit us on the bypass in Bennettsville.
Call you back.
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
Ah!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day!
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
After the national anthem has been sung, we will have the reading of the Sportsman's Creed.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wilson's Tiger Production and Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain standing briefly for the reading of our sportsman creed. The player lives clean and plays hard, plays for the love of the game, wins without boasting, loses without excuses, never quits, respects officials and accepts their decisions without question. The coach inspires players with the love of the game and the desire to win, teaches that it is better to lose fairly than to win unfairly.
Call you back.
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous.
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day.
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
Come on down to Dillon County's #1 car dealership, where we've been voted #1 8 years in a row. There's a huge variety of clean, low mileage, used cars, trucks, and SUVs with financing rates as low as 2.9%. And if you're worried about credit, don't. We offer buy here, pay here, and we offer down payments as low as $0. So come see us on Highway 301 South in Dillon.
The Midgley Agency in Real Estate has been serving Marlboro County for over 76 years. Whether you're a tenant from many properties that they manage, purchasing the home of your dreams, or letting them handle all of your insurance needs, you're guaranteed to be greeted with a smile.
Do you want a vacation and travel like rock stars? Well, you need to reach out to us, MKL Travel. We help turn your dream vacations into reality vacations. Get booked up today.
We also can show you how to save on your taxes, earn extra income. If you want to learn how to travel on wholesale instead of retail, get hooked up with Legendary Littles.
I'm Mal Hyman, and I'm running for Congress against Tom Rice. Unlike Tom, I'm not taking any corporate or banking donations, so I can represent all of the district. Unlike Tom, I'm opposed to any drilling for oil off our shores. I believe that our coastline should remain beautiful, property value should remain intact, and protect God's creation. If you want to learn more, visit malhyman.com. I'm Mal Hyman, and I approve this message.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
My name is J.D. Chaplin, and I am running for South Carolina House seat number 54. I'm a fourth-generation farmer born and raised right here in the PD. I'm also a proud product of our public schools, but I know we can and we have to do better. I'm tired of the PD region being treated like the red-headed stepchild of the state when it comes to infrastructure. This November, I'd appreciate it if you could keep me in mind and vote for me.
On defense, at end, number 55 will be Demarion Bingham. He's a junior, 5'10", 200. Nose guard will be number 41, Malik Easterling, a junior, 5'9", 220. And at end, number 8, Josh Woods. He's a senior, 6'3", 190. At Bones, the linebacker, we call him Bones, number 6, DeCosta Ford. He's a senior, 5'9", 160. And number 12, Takeshus Bridges. He's a senior, 5'9", 150. Cornerback will be number 4, Myron Williams, a senior, 6'0", 175. And number 20, Josh Brown, a junior, 5'8", 160. Starting linebackers tonight, number 31, Will Horn. He's a senior, 5'11", 215. Number 21 in the middle will be Chad Quick. He's a senior, 6'2", 225. And number 40, Jaquez McCray. He's a junior, 5'10", 180. And at free safety, number 1, Tyreek Eady. He's a sophomore, 6'0", 175. Kicker tonight will be number 46, that's Hunter Tyndall. Long snapper, number 21, Chad Quick. Punter, number 18, Jacob Evers. And Jacob Evers will also be your holder on PATs. And that is your Bulldog starting lineup for tonight, brought to you by NETC, your pathway to a future. Tigers are out, getting ready to tee it up, drop back deep For the Bulldogs is Myron Williams. And I'm trying to pick up the other number, I believe. I believe that's Ty Bridges out there. Let's see. No, that's Ian Williams, number 19. So the referee has his hand up in the air. The clock got 12 minutes on it. And the Wilson Tigers going to take a running stab at it. And he puts a toe into it. It's a high driving kick. It's going to be short. It's going to be hit at the 20. It's going to be taken by Myron Williams. And Myron, trying to get a start, slips on the 20-yard line without ever taking a step. So we do get it on the 20, but no advancement on the kickoff. Myron Williams had some running room, looked like he was going to try to head up the middle to pick up some blockers, and his feet just slipped right out from under him. So not a good start for the Bulldogs, but it is at least at the 20, 80 yards away from pay dirt. Out comes Jacob Evers. Over the ball is Fred McCray, your center. Evers joined in the backfield with Covington. Got two men split out to Evers' left. It's the wide side of the field as the Bulldogs go from our left to right. That is north to south. In motion goes Tigger forward. Tigger's the linebacker stays on his feet at the 25 to 30. It's a foot race to the 35 and out of bounds. He's rolled somewhere around the 40. We'll look for the final spot here. Looks like they're going to give him Florence spot back at the 36. But move the chains, it is a Billy Moore agency first down. So one play, one first down for the Bulldogs. Nice start. Formation this time, two men split each way as the ball is in pretty much the center of the field. Covington split just a step off to Evers' right. Out of the gun. Evers looking to throw it. Going to throw it out to Ian Williams. Ian's caught it, but he is not able to get away from the rush, and he is going to actually lose a couple of yards on the play back to the Bulldog 34. Evers, for some reason, had a little sticky on the ball. He pump faked it over to the left side. That drew everybody over there, and by the time the ball got over to Williams, so did a host of golden helmets. Going to bring up second now. And 12 for the Bulldogs, back into the gun. This time an empty backfield. Covington split over to Evers' right, along with Ford. Three men to his left. Got a blitz coming up the middle. It's contained. Got a man open. Down the middle, he lofts it up and just overthrew Myron Williams, who had a step on his man. Maybe not quite enough air under the ball for Myron to get to it. Maybe the wind behind it sailed it just a little ways. All the ball goes all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Tigers, but unfortunately Myron Williams was back around the 35. Ball possession down now for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 5. Wilson showing 4-down lineman. Trying to keep an eye out for number 19. That's Xavier Thomas. Bulldogs looking to the sideline, going to the wristbands. Now they're going to move Myron Williams over to the side, and that is going to bring out a Marlboro eye care call against the Bulldogs. Took too much time, or maybe too many people moved all at once. The flags came out from all over the place. So back up the Bulldogs, inside the 30 to the 29. Got a long way to go. Got to get all the way out to the 42. Obvious passing situation. Rolling off to his left goes Evers. Evers tosses it out. It's going to be caught over there for about 3 yards, but nowhere nearly enough. See who that was that caught it. Looked like Ian Williams came back for it. Evers, with pressure up the middle coming from Xavier Thomas, rolled out to his left. Didn't get much zip on it, so by the time the ball gets to the intended receiver, so did the defenders, and that is going to bring up 4th now and 12. Evers stays out to do the punting. Gonna drop one man back. He's standing around the 25. And now everybody's standing up. And there's a flag on the field. See what the man in the white hat says it is. going to say it is illegal substitution, illegal participation by the Wilson Tigers, as they had 12 men on the field, which is very helpful if you can get away with it, but usually those guys count you up, and that time they did. So shortens it up a little bit, up to the 40, and Evers standing back around the 28 and kick it away. Nice snap back. Evers takes one step into it. He takes a low line driver, hits on about the 28, picked up on the 15, and is going to be up across the 25 to the 30, and there he is hit by Tyreek Eady. And also helping out was Chad Quick. So one first down was all the Bulldogs could muster. But wait, there is a flag on the field. And the Bulldogs are showing some interest in it. It was 4th and 6, 4th and 7. So let's see what this call is. Hold the Californio here. We're talking to Wilson, so let's see what they did. That's not a good sign. Now the officials pleading don't take it. Still talking with the coach to find out whether he wants it or not. Holding against the Bulldogs. And Wilson says, we'll give up the 32-yard line and make them kick it over again. So the Marlboro eye care call is going to go against the Bulldogs. Holding. It's going to back us up from the 34. Unfortunately, the holding must have been along the line of scrimmage instead of downfield. So they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage, and that is going to move it all the way back to the 24-yard line. So it's 4 yards away from where we started this drive with 9:53 to go and only one first down to show for it. The Bulldogs are starting to kick in multiples here in the last couple of games. So Evers stays out. Chad Quick will get up over the ball. He's the long snapper. The snap is back. Puts his foot into it. It's going to be a high kick. It's going to be short, though. It hits about the 47, kicks forward, then backwards, and it's going to stay right there at about the 47. So a holding call for the Bulldogs is going to cost us plenty. And Wilson will start from their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Here at Memorial Stadium in Florence, South Carolina, with our old region foe that's now our new region foe, as we are in their region now. A good crowd across the way from the Bulldogs sign, and the band is here. But hand it to the back. He is going to be hit before he gets to the line of scrimmage, smothered down there by Chad Quick and Josh Woods. Well, the line of scrimmage must have moved up because where he fell was giving him about a half yard on it. So I'm going to call it no gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. That was Tylon Granger, the running back. He's 5'9", 190. Has over right at 1,000 yards for the season, so he knows how to run it. Snap back to the quarterback. He couldn't get rid of it. That was Jacob Quillen, the passer. Drew it back to pass it. Didn't see anybody to pass it to, and he is going to be sacked back to the 44-yard line. So a loss on the play of 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 now for the Tigers. The 2nd sack of the season for the Bulldogs. Coach Boyd in his pregame show was talking about the lack of sacks, and the Bulldogs pick one up. Quarterback looking to throw it over the middle, and it is going to be thrown to nobody. Had one receiver down there in the middle of a lot of white jerseys, but he threw it well over his head. That's Jacob Quillen. He is 6'4", he's 210, so he's not like a punk back there. He can look over the field pretty good, especially at 210. So Myron Williams will drop back and stand around the 20 as the Tigers go into punt formation.
Hey Mike, tell them boys just because it's going last time don't mean it's going every time. You got to read it.
There's a snap will be going back. It's a good snap. Punt is away. It's a low line driver. It's going to hit short of the 35 and roll out of bounds at the 29. So the Bulldogs will take over after a 3 and out on the 29-yard line. So a good stand by the Bulldog defense. 1st and 10 back at the Bulldogs 29. And out comes Jacob Evers and company. Tony Graham and Tigger Ford spread out to Evers' right. Ty Bridges, it looks like, and Myron Williams off to the left. Covington State. No, this is Blair in at quarterback. So Blair's going to hand it. No, Blair's going to keep it off the left side. He's got a little hole. No, that's Myron Williams. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. Stiffs arms, and he is rolled out of bounds up to the 45-yard line. That was Myron Williams back in the Wild Dog. So a 1st down for the Bulldogs on the heels of Myron Williams in at quarterback. Ford and Graham now off to the left. Bridges and Ian Williams off to the right. Myron stays in at quarterback. Graham goes into motion, coming this way. Looking to throw it is Myron Williams, and he overthrows the outstretched arms of Tony Graham. Would have been real close to a 1st down, but just a little bit high on the pass. Myron got it, rolled out to his left, bought himself some time. Tony Graham ran a nice route, but he was up against the sidelines and couldn't step forward to catch the pass, and it was just sailed over his head. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now. But the Bulldogs did strike now on the first play of each series for a Billy Moore Agency 1st down. So we've netted up 2 1st downs. Now trying to get a sustained drive going. Graham goes into motion, looking to his left. The ball's on the ground. A fumble on the handoff between Williams and Covington. Covington turns around and falls on it, but deep in the backfield, all the way back to the 36-yard line. Loss of 8 on the play. The 37. Loss of 8 on the play is going to bring up 3rd and 18 now for the Bulldogs. Myron's going to stay in at quarterback. This time he's going to split 3 men out to the left. That's Bridges, Graham. Now he's got a 4th man coming over there. And he tries to get out of the backfield. He stumbles, but he gets away from one, gets away from another. He's up close to the 1st down, across the 50, across the 45. 18 yards is what we needed. He got 20. Myron Williams, on a play where we moved everybody over to the right, we had 3 people over there. Covington ran over behind them. Wilson shifted a little bit over there, and Myron ran it off to the left side and scampers for 20 yards. A nice run all the way down to the 42-yard line of the Wilson Tigers. So another Billy Moore Agency 1st down for the Bulldogs, and again on the nifty running of Myron Williams. Fred McRae up over the ball, snaps it back, it's clean. Looking to throw it downfield. He's got a man down there over the shoulder and can't come up with it. A nice pass riding the wind down there, trying to get it to Tigger Ford. Tigger tried to pull it in at the 10-yard line and could not come down with it. He aired it up. Tigger had a beat on it, but couldn't straighten up in time to catch it as it dropped down near the breadbasket. This time Covington stays in the backfield. We got trips to the right. That's Ian Williams, Graham.
Somebody pull it. Yep.
Going to hand it to Covington out of the backfield. And everybody is swarming him in the backfield. Only people left was Wilson Tigers in our backfield. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Wow. Whatever we tried there didn't work, or else they caught us in a blitz. Bridges, Graham, and Williams spread out to the right. Myron Williams stays in at quarterback. Covington in the backfield. Tigger Ford off to the left in front of the Bulldog bench. Ball on Tiger 45. There's the snap back. Myron's rolling to his left. He's going to pull it down. He's going to run it. He's at the 40. Steps out of bounds and got a little glove pad over there from Xavier Thomas as everybody was slipping and sliding on the mats. But he gains up to, let's see where they're going to spot it. They're going to spot it back to the 39-yard line. And the Bulldogs are going to think about it. They're going to call a timeout. So we're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field, 0-0 with 5:45 to go. We'll be right back.
Say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Health Care. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Health Care, we believe that your needs come first.
For friendly, knowledgeable service, come see us at Causey's Home Center for your next project. We have a full selection of quality paints, plumbing and electrical hardware, as well as lumber. Pick your new floor covering from our wide selection of carpet, tile, and linoleum. You're part of the family at Causey's, so come visit us on the bypass in Bennettsville.
4th and 8, we're airing it out for the end zone. Up under it. Oh, just overthrown. 4th and 8, Tigger Ford streaking down the right side. The ball was up, I think. Maybe the wind might have carried it just a little bit. Ford had a step on his man, but the ball got to the end zone before Tigger did. And it is going to be turned over at the 40 of the Tigers. So a nice drive by the Bulldogs stymied on 4th and 8. And now the Wilson Tigers go right back to work. Bulldogs are going to stay with 3 down linemen. They're cheating the bones up. The handoff off to the right side. He gets to the line, untouched. Gets in the scrum, leans forward, takes the ball out to the 45-yard line. Goes Granger. So a big hole over the left side of the Bulldog defense. Opened up and gain of 5, bringing up 2nd down now and 5 for the Tigers. Same play, this time the other side. We just missed him in the backfield. Got some run room at the 50 to 45.
Hold the ball.
And across the 40 of the Bulldogs down to the 36-yard line. So a gaping hole again, right up the middle go the Tigers. It's been a problem for the Bulldogs all year. He's going to get Billy Moore Agency first down for the Tigers all the way down the Bulldog 36-yard line. Single man in the backfield, quarterback up under center. Doing a lot of barking, hands it to the guy off the right side, untouched. He's at the 30, down to the 25, finally rolled down there by Edie, the safety. Help with Chad Quick and it's like Ian Williams. But it's going to be at Billy Moore Agency first down. Right now, the running game of the Tigers has found the gear. 4:30 to go now in the first quarter. Tigers are sustaining a drive. As a handoff into the backfield, he had some pressure, couldn't lock him up, still can't lock him up. Drug him down, but drug him forward. Maybe another first down. If it's not, it's going to be very close inside the Carolina Cleaner red zone. Down to the 14, it's going to be 2nd and 1, or a gain of 9 on the play. So right now, the Bulldog defense getting moved out of the way by the offensive line of Wilson Tigers. Let's try the same play this time off the left side. Nobody's there. It's going to be a first down. He's slung down over there by Will Horn. The good news is there's a flag on the play. There's a Marlboro eye care call up and coming. Looks like holding on the Tigers. So what would have been a Billy Moore agency first down going to turn into a big loss for the Tigers. The call was from the 15, so that'll take it down to back to the 25. They've got to get to the 15, so it will bring up 2nd and 10 now for Wilson. One man in the backfield, one man split wide each way. Quarterback up under center. Snap is back, looking to throw it downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Threw it right to us. Running up the center of the field, trying to look for some white shirts. Still on his feet, finally brought down is Josh Brown. Brown picked it off right at the 20. I believe if he'd have stayed down the sideline and gotten away from the last man, it would have been nothing but green grass all the way to the end zone. Nonetheless, an INT for the Bulldogs. Change it up. Ball at the 31. So a nice pick by Josh Brown. Went right into him, and Josh stuck those hands up there and caught it. And we will take over at the 31. So the drive of Wilson stymied on an interception. See what the Bulldogs can answer with. Moving from my left to right. Trips to Evers' left. Going to hand it right up the middle to Covington. Covington off the left side. Grabbed him by the jersey and slung him down, but not till he gains what appears to be 5 yards. See where the official spot is. I'm going to call it 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs. Covington looked like he had a head of steam, and somebody just grabbed him by the jersey and wouldn't let go. Looked like a crab holding onto a chicken neck down there. Evers now sends trips to his right. That's the wide side of the field over by the Wilson bench. Covington stays in the backfield. They're going to give it to Covington right up the middle. Covington untouched. He's at the 50. The 45. Takes a cut. He's at the 40. Shutter steps. Another shutter step. And slung down finally by a host of purple jerseys. But all the way down to the 32 goes Covington. A nice run by D.C. Covington. He was untouched coming across the line. Got past the corners. And shutter stepped a couple of times to extend the run. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. It is. It's a Palmetto Wellness timeout, I believe, called by Wilson. We're going to step away. Score still 0-0. We'll be right back.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous.
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day.
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
South Carolina. Up in the press box, looking across the way at a pretty good Marlboro crowd in the visiting section of Memorial Stadium. I see some of these games over here on TV, and there's not 10 people over there. We've got a pretty good crowd from Marlboro. We got a first in Billy Moore agency, first down. Myron Williams, this time in it, the Wild Dog goes off the left side, gets away from one man, spins back. It's going to depend on the spot, whether he gets the line of scrimmage or not. It looked good for a second, but the pursuit caught him, and he's going to lose about a half a yard. I'm going to call it a yard loss. Going to bring up 2nd and a short 11 for the Bulldogs. So Myron Williams back in. They were trying the magic one more time. That time it didn't work. So they're going to bring Jacob Evers back in. Going from my left to right, from north to south. Trips to Evers' right. Into the backfield with him is Covington. Looking, going to roll out. No, he's going to hand off to Covington on a little counter play. Covington's got running room at the 30, the 20, the 15, rolled out of bounds there by the safety. It's going to be a Billy Moore agency first down inside the Carolina Cleaner red zone. And they're going to spot it. The referee over here said the 14, referees over there said the 15. So it's 1st and 10 in the Carolina Cleaner red zone for the Bulldogs. In a scoreless game so far, with 1 minute and 52 left in the first quarter. Evers looking over the field. He's staying with trips to his right. Covington in the backfield. He's looking. He's got a man, turns around, throws it a little high, but Ford comes down with it right around the 10-yard line. We'll see where the spot is. I believe it's going to be the 10. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs at the 10-yard line of the Tigers. Threw it just slightly high. Tigger Ford, all 5'9" of him, had to climb up on a ladder to get it, but he somehow brought it down and was hit immediately. Bring up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 5, rather, from the 10. Evers in the gun with Covington. Going to give it to Covington up the middle. No, Evers is going to keep it himself right up the middle, untouched. Finally slung down about the 2-yard line. Jacob Evers fooled everybody, including me. Pulled it in and ran it up the middle. Evers weighs 195, so he's a stout young man. Good to see him. He's a bit slow, but it is Billy Moore Agency. First down. 1st and goal now. We can smell the goal line from there. It's on about the 1.5-yard line. Covington stays in at running back. Tripp stay to Evers' left. Wilson crowding the line. They're going to hand it to Covington. Covington slips the line, dances into the end zone. It's going to be 6 for the Bulldogs with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs strike first, 6-0. Out will come Hunter Tyndall to try to add on the PAT. Evers stays in at holder, and Chad Quick will be the long snapper. The Bulldogs doing their little huddle over to the left side with Myron Williams and crowd. They say, nope, we're not going to go for 2. Now they all amble over to Chad Quick, get lined up. Evers says, looks at Hunter, he says, do it. Snap is back, it's down, it's clean, it's low, but it is good. So with 43 seconds to go, Bulldogs 7, Wilson zip. We're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout. Though, on some nice running to set that drive up. So the Bulldogs pick up a 69-yard drive to start the scoring here as we are deep into region play. Each team coming in tonight, 1-1 in the region. Both trying to eye that second spot in the region standing, trying to get that all-important home game or winning out and trying to be region champions. We have a chance. Hunter Tyndall steps up, puts the toe into it. It's a high drive and kick. It's going to be taken around the 15. Still on his feet at the 30. Still standing at the 35. Finally taken down by a host of Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs say the ball is loose. Let's see if the beanbags are out. The Bulldogs say we have it. A couple of guys in purple say they have it. See what does the guy in the striped shirt says? Bulldog. No, wait. He's just waving his hands. He says yes. The man in the white hat says the Bulldogs have it. So a fumble on the kickoff after a decent return from the out to the 33-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 deep in Wilson territory on a fumble on the kickoff. Could not tell who came up with it. It was a scrum. Didn't actually see the ball come out, but you could tell by the reaction of the players that the ball was loose. And the guy in the white hat said the Bulldogs have it. So that means we do. With 32 seconds to go in the first period. Evers calling for it. He's got trips to his left. He's going to air one out. He's got it up in the air. Ford cannot get under it. It hits right at the goal line. Unfortunately, Ford was still at about the 5. So that is going to bring up now 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Back-to-back turnovers by Wilson to put the Bulldogs' spirits in a pretty good mood. Now to see if they can capitalize on it. Moving north to south, Covington stays in the backfield. Evers giving out his hand signals. Everybody's going to the wristband. That's normal. Trips to Evers' right. That's the wide side of the field. One man to his left. They go hand it to Covington. Covington off the left side. Gets away from the first rush. He's got 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, D.C. Covington. Touchdown, Bulldogs. With 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs take advantage of the second turnover by Wilson to go up 13-0 with a PAT up and coming. Chad Quick comes out to do the long snap. Evers stays in to hold. Hunter Tyndall out to do the kicking. Myron Williams and company lined up to the left side of the kicker. They fake the 2-point conversion there. Everybody ambles over. Get lined up. Chad Quick being told to snap it by Josh Evers. It's good. It's down. It's wobbly, but it is good. So with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter, Bulldogs 14, Wilson 0. We're going to step away after this message.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
Come on down to Dillon County's #1 car dealership, where we've been voted #1 8 years in a row. There's a huge variety of clean, low mileage, used cars, trucks, and SUVs with financing rates as low as 2.9%. And if you're worried about credit, don't. We offer buy here, pay here, and we offer down payments as low as 0. So come see us on Highway 301 South in Dillon.
So there was a Marlboro Eye Care call on the kick. The PAT stays good, but it must have been roughing the kicker because it's a severe penalty. They're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45 of Wilson, and that's where Hunter Tyndall will kick it off. I don't think we need to get too fancy here. I'd just kick it deep and let your defense take over. But we've got onside kick formation going on over here. Hunter Tyndall's got the ball laying flat on the ground right at the Wilson 45. So we're going to see if we can take advantage. And Wilson, I believe, has called a timeout. There's a timeout on the field. Not sure who called it. I guess Wilson did because Wilson looked like they were not ready for an onside kick. So we are going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field. Bulldogs up 14-0. We'll be right back.
The Midgley Agency in Real Estate has been serving Marlboro County for over 76 years. Whether you're a tenant from many properties that they manage, purchasing the home of your dreams, or letting them handle all of your insurance needs, you're guaranteed to be greeted with a smile.
Bulldogs on 2 turnovers have taken a quick 14-0 lead against the Wilson Tigers. And now Hunter Tyndall in to do the kickoff after a penalty call. He's going to pooch it over to the left side. He's going to kick it where there's nobody is, and it's going to be touched before it goes out of bounds, which was not a very good play, but it was touched by the Wilson Tigers as it was going out of bounds. He pooched it long instead of short. Pushed it by everybody over to a little spot where nobody was. But it did look like he had a little too much leg on it, like it was headed out of bounds, but a Tiger touches it right at the 11-yard line. So that is where Wilson will take over in the shadow of the goalpost. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, Danny.
Clock did not run on that, but there's still 15 seconds to go in the quarter. It's hard to tell which quarterback that is. I can't pick up the Wilson numbers very well. He's up under center, one man in the backfield, hands it to the back, and he is stood up right at the line, leans forward, so he's going to get some positive yardage, but it's not going to be much, and that should do it for the first period. He gains 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7, and that will do it. It's the end of the first period. Bulldogs 14, Wilson zip. We're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout.
Do you want a vacation and travel like rock stars? Well, you need to reach out to us, MKL Travel. We help turn your dream vacations into reality vacations. Get booked up today.
We also look to show you how to save on your taxes, earn extra income. If you want to learn how to travel on wholesale instead of retail, get hooked up with Legendary Littles.
I'm Mal Hyman, and I'm running for Congress against Tom Rice. Unlike Tom, I'm not taking any corporate or banking donations, so I can represent all of the district. Unlike Tom, I'm opposed to any drilling for oil off our shores. I believe that our coastline should remain beautiful, property values should remain intact, and protect God's creation. If you want to learn more, visit malhyman.com. I'm Mal Hyman, and
It looks like Tyler Johnson here, if I'm not mistaken, in the quarterback. I'll have to get that number in just a second. It is. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Gets through everybody, stays on his feet across the 25 up to the 28. It's going to be a Billy Moore Agency first down for the Tigers. Slip right through the line on a big hole.
I approve this message.
Granger, 1,000-yard gain this season so far, so he can run it. Three down lineman for the Bulldogs. And they're going to hand it again right up the middle. Oh, and he is tripped up in there on a knifing tackle right up the middle. That looked to be Marion Bingham. Bingham knifed in there. He knocked his feet right out from under him in a gain of 1. Hit him in the backfield. Sort of knocked him up in the air. Unfortunately, kind of knocked him forward a little bit. So a gain of 1 is going to bring up 2nd now and 9 on a nice play by Bingham. Bingham's 5'10", 200-pound junior. We'll see him next year some too, I hope a lot. Bulldogs stay with 3 down linemen. Quarterback's got to hand it right on the backfield. He runs into his own man, but now he's got some running room up to the 35 and falls forward to the 36. Big scrum right up the middle where he was supposed to go, but he just sidestepped like he ran into a purple jersey that was being knocked back and just bounced it out to the left side and ends up with a nice gain on it. It's going to bring up 3rd now and short, 3rd and 2 for the Tigers. Just underway here in the second quarter. Bulldogs put 14 on the board on turnovers. Wilson trying to answer here to start a drive of their own. 3rd and 2, short 2 for the Tigers. Same formation, quarterback up under center, one man in the backfield. Linebackers step up, but they miss him. Goes right through the middle, up across the 45, close to the 50. It's going to be spotted around the 47 of the Tigers. So move the chains. It's a Billy Moore Agency first down for Wilson. Bulldog defense has had trouble for some reason when they run right at them. Jaquez McCray coming back in to shore up that middle a little bit. Now they split receivers out wide both ways. They can throw it. Granger stays in the backfield. Quarterback up under center. Linebackers cheating up. The hole now off the right side. Going to be another first down to the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. Gaping hole. Tigers running all over us. They move it back to the 40 now. So a Billy Moore Agency first down, one play first down for the Tigers. Same formation for the Tigers. Bulldogs stay with 3 down linemen. Now they're cheating the linebacker up. Now he steps back. Now he comes back up forward. They don't know which one he's going to do. Sidesteps everybody, busts into the open. Gets away from everybody. All the white jerseys are chasing, and into the end zone goes Talon Granger. Had a couple of hands on him, but nobody could wrap him up. So with 9:08 to go in the second quarter, Wilson gets their first points of the game on a long run by Granger out of the backfield. Right up the middle with the Tigers all on the entire drive. Started at the 11. 89-yard drive. They piece it together and burn the Bulldogs for 6. Here's the snap back. It's down, it's up, it's wobbly, but it's just off the left side and good. So with 9:08 to go, Wilson 7, Bulldogs 14. We're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout. Wilson just cut the Bulldogs' lead in half on a long drive of 89 yards, most of it right up the middle against the Bulldogs on the legs of Talon Granger. Now we prepare for the kickoff. Ball is at the 40, and dropping back for the Bulldogs will be Ian Williams along with Myron Williams. So the Williams boys are in the back. They're standing around the 10. Up short is Tigger Ford and one other at the 20. There's the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 15 by Myron Williams. Myron waiting for some blocking. He's got it. Still got some blocking in front of him. Stays on his feet at the 30, up to the 35, out to the 40, leans forward. Nice run back. Myron Williams stood back for just a second, let some of the holes open up. He crashes the 40 all the way up to the 43-yard line, and that is where your Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10, leading 14-7 in a region game with the Wilson Tigers. We've been here before against the Wilson Tigers in a region game, but it's been a long time.
We only got 10.
And I believe the Tigers have taken their last time out, so we've got Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field. We'll be right back.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Glad to have you along on pdbsn.com on a Bulldog Friday night. Those of you watching the stream, I know it's a weak signal. I hope it's coming through pretty good for you as the Bulldogs are up 14-7 in a heated region game. Everett's calling for it out of the gun. Going to fire it off to the left side. He's got his man. His man steps away from everybody. Out in the clear. He's at the 40, the 30. It's a foot race. It's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Holds it out. It's a touchdown. Tigger Ford. And there's a flag on the play. That is a bad sign. Flag all the way back at the 48-yard line. That won't even make, if that is in fact against the Bulldogs, it will not even be a first down for the Bulldogs. A nice play over to Tigger Ford off to the right side. Evers made a little spin move off to the left. As he spun to his left, spun all the way around, fired it back to the right. Ford caught it.
Danny had a free shot on him. Free shot.
But he's going to be holding against the Bulldogs from the 48 of Tigers, so it's going to move it back 15 yards. So we actually end up taking 6 off the board and coming up with a 1st and 15 instead of a touchdown. Bad break for the Bulldogs. You never know if the penalty created it or it was something behind the play or not. It was in a scrum. I didn't see it. But the guys in the striped shirt called it, so it stands. 1st and 15 now for the Bulldogs instead of PAT. Myron Williams goes into motion. Going to do the same play over again. And whistles are blown. Another Marlboro eye care call up and coming. Here comes the man in the white hat. Uh-oh, it's against the Bulldogs with 2 men in motion. So the Bulldogs, after the score, have starting to go in the wrong direction. Going to bring up 1st and 20. So instead of dancing in the end zone, we get it 1st and 20 from the 32-yard line. We started at the 43. Now we're all the way back to the 32.
Get in the box, boy. Get in the box.
Bulldogs looking at the wristbands. Evers got 2 men split each way. Covington stays in the backfield.
There's nobody over there for you to cover, son. Oh my God. Tristan, what are you doing?
Williams in motion. Covington right up the middle, trying to get away from the pack. Can't do it. He's going to be stood up. Unable to take him down. He does make a gain on the play, but it's not going to be much. Gain of about 2 right up the middle. I'll call it 3. Ball at the 33-yard line. We got to get to the 48. Not our 48, unfortunately, their 48, so it's a long way to go. 2nd and very long for the Bulldogs. Trips to Evers' left. Covington stays in the backfield. Calling for it, looking, fakes.
I told you it was coming. Pick.
Throwing it to Myron Williams. Myron goes up for it, cannot come down with it. Myron Williams, the intended receiver. The cornerback on him looked like he had him. Myron had him about a foot, but somehow it turned into a jump ball, and Myron Williams going for it, but also trying to prevent the interception. 2 men covering on Williams. He would have had a 1st down. He was down around the 40 of the Bulldogs, but could not come down with it. Remains 3rd and very long for your Bulldogs. Williams now off to the left side, along with Graham and Ian Williams. Ford off to the left. Covington in the backfield, about a half a step in front. There's a snap back. Ford picks up.
Oh, come on! The ball right there.
The blitz. And Evers throws it off to the right side, but not on the same page with the intended receiver as he was going long. It's going to bring up 4th and long. So the Bulldogs' costly penalty on that drive brings up a punting situation. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Took 6 off the board with that penalty. And now Evers is going to have to punt it away. Chad Quick up over the ball. Tony Graham into the backfield to block. And there's the kick, a high floater. Hits on the 40. It's going to take a Bulldog bounce all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a nice kick by Evers. Got a Bulldog roll. And Wilson holds. After giving up what looked like a nice touchdown run by Tigger Ford. But the man in the striped shirt said, hold the phone. So 7:29 to go in the first half. The Bulldogs cling to a 14-7 lead. And they've just kicked the ball over to the Wilson Tigers. Bulldogs stay with 3 down linemen. Wilson. Quarterback up under center. 1 man in the backfield. He's been giving us a fit. Taking a long time. Going to go straight up the middle again. This time, finally, hit in the backfield by 2 Bulldogs. met over there by Demarion Bingham. And I believe that was Big E. Got him in the backfield, threw him for about a half-yard loss. Ball now touching the 25-yard line. I'm going to call it 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. In at quarterback, looks like Tyler Johnson.
No, that's Roy Hyman.
Johnson up under center. He's got it. No, he's going to toss it. Looking to throw it downfield. Myron Williams has got a beat on it. Myron could not come down with it. Almost looked like Myron was the intended receiver, but the intended receiver turned into defender at around the 45 of the Bulldogs. And it went in and out of the hands of Myron Williams. That would have been a real nice pick right there. 3rd and 11 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was Bill.
Never mind, that'll work. That'll work.
76 in there on defense. That is Demarius David, a junior, 6'0", 220 up along the line. This time they're going to go out of the shotgun, looking downfield, going to throw a bullet into nowhere. One man wearing purple in about 4 white jerseys. That is going to bring up a punting situation for Wilson. 4th and 11 now. 6:32 to go in the first half. So a 3 and out for the Tigers. May get the Bulldogs pretty good field position here depending on the punt. I've given up trying to see the numbers on the Wilson Tigers. I cannot see them. Bulldogs crowding the line. Look like they're going for the block. Myron Williams is back. It's a high snap. You got a man in his face. Gets it away. It's pretty good. Going to hit around the 45. Bounce. Takes a 1-yard Tiger bounce to the 44. So the Bulldogs get pretty good field position at their 44. They started the last drive at the 43 and went backwards after a touchdown was called back. Let's see if they can repeat the touchdown and not the penalties. So 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs after a nice hold by the defense. Wilson shows a good ground game. So we're going to have to open this lead out a little bit. Get us in the comfort zone. Everybody, Bulldogs going to the wristbands. Trips to Evers left. Covington in the backfield. Covington's going to take it off to the left side. Gets away from the line of scrimmage. Is at the 50. Steps back, falls forward. Dives forward, rather, across the 50. Down to the 48. Needed the 46. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Nice run by DC. Tigger Ford now and Covington both coming out to my side of the field. I'm on the home side over in front of the Wilson bench. Trips across the way in front of the Bulldog bench as the ball just in to Wilson territory. Evers by himself in the backfield. 4 down lineman. Slow snap. Looking. Going to throw one out. He's got a man open. Can he stretch out forward? He cannot quite get to it. Calling for a penalty down there. Says he was tackled before the ball got there was Ian Williams. But I don't see any flags. Mainly because I don't think the referee could run that far downfield as quite as fast as those young bucks did. He looks like he might have had a biscuit or 2 in his career. So he was 10 or 15 yards behind. It could not make the call. Going to bring up 3rd now and 2 for the Bulldogs. Covington this time slides back with Evers in the backfield. 2 men split each way. Ball in the center of the field. There's a snap, going to hand it to Covington. Covington trying that left side again. He's got a 1st down. So move the chains. Gets about a yard. He's going to get up to the 45 of the Tigers. It's going to be a Billy Moore Agency 1st down. They're going to put it just, the nose of the ball just short of the 45, but it is enough for a Billy Moore Agency 1st down according to the man in the white hat. And that's the guy that counts. Tiger band over here making a lot of noise while the Bulldogs have the ball. Not sure that's entirely legal, but it is unless you get called for it. Trips now to Evers' right. One man to the left. Covington stays in the backfield. Covington will try the right side. Now he shutter steps back to the left. Nothing there. Might gain one, maybe two on the play. Depends on the spot. I'm going to call it 2 because I'm an optimist. So it's going to bring up 2nd and a long 8 for the Bulldogs. Glad to have you along on pdbsn.com. 4:38 to go in the first half. Bulldogs up 14-7 in a heated region battle between your Bulldogs and the Wilson Tigers, an old foe from the past. We're back in that same region again. Here at Memorial Stadium in Florence. There's a snap back. Evers rolls to his left. Throws it over. He's got a man to his right. Sidesteps one. Sidesteps another. Stays on his feet. Can't get away from the cornerback, but he does get all the way down to the 30. And that is that Covington or Ford? That's Ford. Tigger Ford. Nice reception. All the way down. See where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. At the Tigers, 28. We've got an official timeout on the field for an injury, but he's coming off under his own power and coming off very quickly. So now they're going to, man in the white hats winding it back up. So we will restart. Substitutions are made, and the Bulldogs now going to leave Covington in the backfield. Forward off to the right along with Tony Graham. Going to give to Covington. No, it's going to be another keeper right up the middle by the quarterback. He ambles.
Why is everybody else just watching?
Up to the 26-yard line. He's a tall target, but he does gain 3, I'm going to call it on the play, so we will call it 2nd and 7 for you Bulldogs. Same formation by the Dogs. 4 down linemen shown by Wilson. Covington stays in the backfield. Here's a snap back. It's going to be a quick pass. No, he folds it in. Throws it to Myron Williams. Myron catches it at the 2, and he is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Touchdown Myron Williams. The Bulldogs now lead 20-7 with 3:01 to go in your first half. Nice looking pass, Evers to Williams. Put a nice high arc on it. Gave Myron a chance to spot it, get up under it, catch it at the 2-yard line. He kind of slowed down just to make sure he caught it. The defender hit him. Myron kept his balance, and into the end zone he goes. So Chad Quick and company come out to try the PAT. Chad to snap it back to Evers, who stays in the hole. And Hunter comes out to try to make it a 14-point game. There's a snap. The hold is good. And Tyndall puts a toe in it. And it is good. But out comes another flag on the PAT. See what the man in the white hat. It's a Marlboro eye care call. It's going to be a chop block on the Bulldogs. So now take that point off the board. That's 7 points off the board for the Bulldogs. We're going to kick this one from way back. Chop block on the PAT. So it stays 20-7. Although the scoreboard says 21-9, that ain't right. The Tigers are deciding, I guess, to decide whether to take it on the kickoff or take the point off the board. And the referees apparently letting them take an encyclopedic look at it because they're taking a very long time to make the decision. Still talking to them. They ought to talk to the coaches. Finally, some sort of decision has been made. Chop block on the Bulldogs. And they are going to mark it off against the Bulldogs and make us re-kick it. So the PAT now becomes a field goal. And Evers will be holding it right on the 20-yard line. So we got a 30-yard PAT up and coming from the toe of Hunter Tyndall. The senior kicker, all 140 pounds of him. Chad quick to snap it back. Hunter says he's ready. Evers calls for the ball. A little bit behind him. He gets it down. It's up. It's long enough, but it is off to the left and no good. So the Bulldogs have taken 7 points now off the board and lead this game 20-7. We'll step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout.
My name is J.D. Chaplin, and I'm running for South Carolina House seat number 54. I'm a fourth-generation farmer born and raised right here in the PD. I'm also a proud product of our public schools, but I know we can and we have to do better. I'm tired of the PD region being treated like the red-headed stepchild of the state when it comes to infrastructure. This November, I'd appreciate it if you could keep me in mind and vote for me.
Glad to have you along on a Bulldog Friday night. PDBSN.com. Hunter Tyndall back out on the field to kick it off. This time he's going to take a running stab at it as he steps all the way back to the 31. The ball's on the 40, so he's going to take a 9-yard run at it. Wilson drops 2 men back around the 5-yard line. Hunter's coming up in his green shoes, puts a toe in it. It's a low line driver. It's going to be fielded at about the 12. Up to the 20, 25, big hole, 30, up to the 40, and across the 40 to the 42 goes Wilson. So the Bulldogs trying to kick it deep and learning a lesson that you can kick it deep, but you got to have some coverage or they run it out pretty far. Coach said they had worked on that, trying not to have to pooch it every time just to keep teams honest, but it did not help us there, so Wilson takes over. Down by a score of 20-7, as the Bulldogs have had 7 points taken off the board due to penalties. One on about a 60-yard touchdown pass called back on holding, and a penalty on the PAT, causing a long PAT. That was holding.
Throw it away.
And that is intentional grounding. No flags. The guy that tackled him was Josh Woods. They grabbed him by the shoulder pad as he went around the end, grabbed the quarterback, and then the quarterback intentionally grounded it. So we will take the intentional grounding because that is a loss of down. So 2 penalties, 2 Marlboro eye care calls on 1 player and on 1 play. I don't know. That's interesting. So we'll take the intentional grounding, I am sure. Man in the white hat's talking to the guy in the black hat, both wearing striped jerseys, so they'll sort it out. They would not take holding when they can take a loss of down. Loss of down, the guy in the white hat's explaining it to the Bulldogs. I would imagine Coach Boyd already knows what he wants to do. Chad Quick's over there being given the options, and he's saying, Dean says, take it. Well, so that's what they're going to do. They're going to go back to where the intentional grounding took place and move it back 5 yards from there, but that is a loss of down, so it will bring up. That is going to move it back to the, looks like that's going to be about the 27-yard line, and it will bring up second. Check that, that's the 28-yard line. They've got to get all the way out to the 43, so it's, check that, to the 47 of the Bulldogs. So it's a passing situation here. They're going to throw one over the middle, and it is way over the head of the intended receiver. Almost sort of in between his 2 receivers, 1 man deep, 1 man short. Sort of hit right in between the both of them. That's going to bring up third, now in very long, for the Tigers. In there to throw it is number 9, that's Jacob Quillian. think that's who that was. He looked to be more 6'4" than 5'11". It's hard to see the numbers on the purple jerseys with white numbers, but the whites sort of blurred with the outline of purple. It's kind of hard to read them. That does appear to be number 9. That's Jacob Quillian, the passer. He steps back out of the gun. He's got some pressure on him. He's going to throw it over the middle.
What is you
it is going to
doing?
be incomplete,
wheel wide the fuck
in
open.
and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was Tyler Johnson. He was covered over there by Ian Williams.
Fuck that, anticipate the throw.
And it is going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers. The Bulldogs should get pretty good field position with 2:33 on the clock, which is stopped due to the incomplete pass. Dropping back to get it is Ian Williams. Ian standing on the Bulldogs 42. The Bulldogs not giving him any help. Looks like we're going for the snap.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, why is Jamad cutting when you block it?
There's a snap back. It's clean. And he gets a toe in it. It's going to be a spiraling kick. It's going to be hit and take a Bulldog bounce right into the hands of Ian Williams. And Ian Williams runs backwards trying to get to some blocking, but instead ends up losing territory. It's good, but it is, the good news is it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on the 29. So the punt looked pretty weak from the start, but it turned out pretty good for the Tigers. Push the Bulldogs back all the way to the 29-yard line. So we have a long way to go and a short time to get there. We got 2 men split each way. Covington stays in the backfield. Over my way is Ford and Graham. Across the way is Williams.
Don't cut interior anyway.
And Bridges. Bridges comes into motion. They're going to throw it off to the left side. And he gets away from everybody somehow. Don't know that's Ian Williams. Out of a crowd, Ian stays on his feet way across the way there. I couldn't tell exactly where he was rolled out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be close to a Billy Moore Agency first down. And the guy in the white hat says it's just short. So it's 2nd and inches now for the Bulldogs. He did go out of bounds. That stops the clock. Evers is calling for it. He'll give it to Covington out of the backfield. Covington bounces off of some pressure, puts his head down, noses across the 40 up to the 41. That's going to be enough for a first down, and it'll stop the clock with 2:05 to go in the first half. The Bulldogs showing some sense of urgency to try to push another score out against the Tigers. Trips now to Evers' left. 2 men split to his, check that, Trips to his right, 2 men to his left. That's Covington and Ford. Nobody in the backfield with the quarterback. Quarterback's got it, low snap. He gets it clean, throws it away, throwing it deep, and it is going to be incomplete. Thrown in the general vicinity of D.C. Covington. A lot of pressure on the quarterback. He just got rid of it and said, D.C., you come up with it. He couldn't do it. That will bring up 2nd now and 10 for the Bulldogs. It does stop the clock, however, with 1:42 to go on the incomplete pass. Wide side of the field to Evers' right. That's over by the Bulldog bench as they move from our right to left, from the south to the north, toward the 301 highway. Evers calling for it. He's by himself in the backfield. There's a pressure up the middle. They're going to throw it. Caught by Ford. Ford at the 50. Nobody's there. He's at the 40. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Tigger Ford. What a catch. He just a little quick slant. Caught it right on the, out in the flat. The defender on the outside of him. He cut it up the middle. Ran it to the post. Nobody was there. The safety was clean. It is 6 for the Bulldogs with 1:31 to go in the first half. The Bulldogs up 26-7 with a PAT up and coming. And the Bulldogs are going to take a Palmetto Wellness timeout to talk over the PAT. We'll be back after these messages. Bulldogs coming back out after a Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field. The Midget Agency scoreboard looking good for the Bulldogs, up 26-7 with a 2-point conversion to try to get that missed PAT back. Bulldogs have a 4-man spread out to the right formation. 1 man to the left, that's Ford, the touchdown maker. Evers calling for it. Evers has got it, looking. He's going to throw it off to the side. And Covington was over there, but not close to the ball, so another missed PAT. That will leave the score. Bulldogs 26, Wilson 7. We'll step away with 1:31 to go as we await the next kickoff.
Say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Health Care. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Health Care, we believe that your needs come first.
Hunter Tyndall with the lime green shoes leads the kicking team out on the field.
Why is Jamar out there?
And Wilson fans in the press box calling for a run back. I got a feeling this time we're going to try to kick it up good and high and not let anybody run it back. Hunter looks like he's going to do a little pooch kick off to the side. Man in the white hat still has his hand up. They're waiting for an official to get into play so they can see if it is indeed a pooch kick. Hunter Tyndall ready to kick it, takes 2 steps. Pooches it up. It's going to be a high kick, and it's going to be fair caught around the 32-yard line. And that is where Wilson will take over. 1st and 10 with 1:31 to go in the first half. Glad to have you along. I'm particularly happy to tell you that the Midget Agency scoreboard tilted 26-7 for the Bulldogs as we took advantage early of 2 mistakes in the first quarter by Wilson. We turned an interception into a long drive and then a fumble kickoff into a quick strike to go up 14-0. And after Wilson scored, we have scored another couple of touchdowns. The last one a beauty, a 59-yarder to Tigger forward from your quarterback Evers. Up under center goes the quarterback to hand it right up the middle, and he is going to put his head down. Everybody missed him. He thought he was getting ready to get hit. Everybody missed him in the backfield. And instead, it's going to end up being about a 6-yard gain out to the 40-yard line. You got to get to the 49. Wow. They handed the ball off. They ducked his head thinking he was getting ready to get clobbered by the Bulldog lineman in there, and everybody missed him. And he kind of stumbled forward, caught his balance, made a nice 6-yard gain out of it. 2nd and 4. Same play right up the middle. Shutter steps, trying to bounce it out. Can't do it this time. He is hit and caught by Josh Woods over there. Josh wrapped him up, wouldn't let him go. Somehow, they're going to give him a yard or 2 on it. Good gracious. Looked like they hit him way back in the backfield. Wilson must be pushing our line backwards on the snap, because every time it looks like we hit them at the line of scrimmage, they gain about 1 or 2. So Wilson's line is doing a good job of moving it forward. Passing situation, they're going to throw it over the top, and it's going to be picked off over there. Picked off by the safety, Tyreek Eady. Had a man open, just underthrew it. Tyreek saw it and comes up with it, so that with 10 seconds to go, the Bulldogs stymie any hopes of the Tigers coming up with a last-second score. Wilson does, however, get the kickoff to start the second half. So a touchdown here Could have put the Tigers right back in this game. But instead, the safety, the sophomore, comes up with a nice pick. And that is going to put us right back on the field. After that long strike to Tigger forward, I guess we might try something long here, don't know. Out of the gun, nobody in the backfield with Evers. Evers calls for it. He is going to lay it out downfield. He's got a man there. He just overthrows everybody. Out there was Ian Williams. There's 2 seconds. Try that again. Ian Williams had a step on the cover man, and unless the cover man knew it was way over his head and gave up. By the time I looked down there, Ian was eyeing the ball. Trying it one more time. Nobody in the backfield. See if Dean Boyd can dial up a 61-yard touchdown strike here with 2 seconds to go. No sense in looking at the wristband, son. You just throw it down the field. Wilson bringing the house. They're going to throw it instead short to Covington. Covington's got an open field if he can do it. He sidesteps one, sidesteps another. Got one man to beat. Can't do it. Wow, all the way down to the 25-yard line goes Covington. But a sure tackle down there by Tyler Johnson. Going to end the first half, and there's a Wilson Tiger down on the field, and that does not look good. He's laying there face down. He's going to need some attention. So while they check him out, as we go to halftime, the score here, 26 for your Bulldogs, 7 for Wilson. We're going to step away for a long Palmetto Wellness halftime timeout.
For friendly, knowledgeable service, come see us at Causey's Home Center for your next project. We have a full selection of quality paints, plumbing and electrical hardware, as well as lumber. Pick your new floor covering from our wide selection of carpet, tile, and linoleum. You're part of the family at Causey's, so come visit us on the bypass in Bennettsville.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous.
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day.
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
Come on down to Dillon County's #1 car dealership, where we've been voted #1 8 years in a row. There's a huge variety of clean, low mileage, used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with financing rates as low as 2.9%. And if you're worried about credit, don't. We offer buy here, pay here, and we offer down payments as low as $0. So come see us on Highway 301 South in Dillon.
The Midgley Agency and Real Estate has been serving Marlboro County for over 76 years. Whether you're a tenant from many properties that they manage, purchasing the home of your dreams, or letting them handle all of your insurance needs, you're guaranteed to be greeted with a smile.
Do you want a vacation and travel like rock stars? Well, you need to reach out to us, MKL Travel. We help turn your dream vacations into reality vacations. Get booked up today.
We also look to show you how to save on your taxes, earn extra income. If you want to learn how to travel on wholesale instead of retail, get hooked up with Legendary Littles.
I'm Mal Hyman, and I'm running for Congress against Tom Rice. Unlike Tom, I'm not taking any corporate or banking donations, so I can represent all of the district. Unlike Tom, I'm opposed to any drilling for oil off our shores. I believe that our coastline should remain beautiful, property values should remain intact, and protect God's creation. If you want to learn more, visit malhyman.com. I'm Mal Hyman, and I approve this message.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
My name is J.D. Chaplin, and I am running for South Carolina House seat number 54. I'm a fourth-generation farmer, born and raised right here in the PD. I'm also a proud product of our public schools, but I know we can and we have to do better. I'm tired of the PD region being treated like the red-headed stepchild of the state when it comes to infrastructure. This November, I'd appreciate it if you could keep me in mind and vote for me.
Say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Health Care. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Health Care, We believe that your needs come first.
For friendly, knowledgeable service, come see us at Causey's Home Center for your next project. We have a full selection of quality paints, plumbing and electrical hardware, as well as lumber. Pick your new floor covering from our wide selection of carpet, tile, and linoleum. You're part of the family at Causey's, so come visit us on the bypass in Bennettsville.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous.
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day.
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
Come on down to Dillon County's #1 car dealership, where we've been voted #1 8 years in a row. There's a huge variety of clean, low mileage, used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with financing rates as low as 2.9%. And if you're worried about credit, don't. We offer buy here, pay here, and we offer down payments as low as $0. So come see us on Highway 301 South in Dillon.
The Midgley Agency in Real Estate has been serving Marlboro County for over 76 years. Whether you're a tenant from many properties that they manage, purchasing the home of your dreams, or letting them handle all of your insurance needs, you're guaranteed to be greeted with a smile.
Do you want a vacation and travel like rock stars? Well, you need to reach out to us, MCHS Travel. We help turn your dream vacations into reality vacations. Get booked up today.
We also can show you how to save on your taxes, earn extra income. If you want to learn how to travel on wholesale instead of retail, get hooked up with Legendary Littles.
I'm Mal Hyman, and I'm running for Congress against Tom Rice. Unlike Tom, I'm not taking any corporate or banking donations, so I can represent all of the district. Unlike Tom, I'm opposed to any drilling for oil off our shores. I believe that our coastline should remain beautiful, property value should remain intact, and protect God's creation. If you want to learn more, visit malhyman.com. I'm Mal Hyman, and I approve this message.
up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
My name is J.D. Chaplin, and I am running for South Carolina House seat number 54. I'm a fourth-generation farmer, born and raised right here in the PD. I'm also a proud product of our public schools, but I know we can and we have to do better. I'm tired of the PD region being treated like the red-headed stepchild of the state when it comes to infrastructure. This November, I'd appreciate it if you could keep me in mind and vote for me.
Say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Health Care. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Health Care, we believe that your needs come first.
For friendly, knowledgeable service, come see us at Causey's Home Center for your next project. We have a full selection of quality paints, plumbing and electrical hardware, as well as lumber. Pick your new floor covering from our wide selection of carpet, tile, and linoleum. You're part of the family at Causey's, so come visit us on the bypass in Bennettsville.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day!
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
Come on down to Dillon County's #1 car dealership, where we've been voted #1 8 years in a row. There's a huge variety of clean, low mileage, used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with financing rates as low as 2.9%. And if you're worried about credit, don't. We offer buy here, pay here, and we offer down payments as low as 0. So come see us on Highway 301 South in Dillon.
The Midgley Agency in Real Estate has been serving Marlboro County for over 76 years. Whether you're a tenant from many properties that they manage, purchasing the home of your dreams, or letting them handle all of your insurance needs, you're guaranteed to be greeted with a smile.
Do you want a vacation and travel like rock stars? Well, you need to reach out to us, MKL Travel. We help turn your dream vacations into reality vacations. Get booked up today.
We also can show you how to save on your taxes, earn extra income. If you want to learn how to travel on wholesale instead of retail, get hooked up with Legendary Littles.
No, we haven't. Right, and you know, and you know, we were talking about that word that I won't use, and we had the fumble, and then we did get one that went our way and took advantage of it on a 69-yard drive, and of course then the really good news was, you know, to get within 30 seconds, 15 seconds, we had scored again. You know, that really took a lot of pressure off of us, put a lot of pressure on the Wilson, you know, offense. And so we've been playing a lot looser. Yeah. Yeah, and we Hunter Tyndall's out with the lime green shoes to kick this one off and start the second half. But you know, we got to be careful because this crowd did put 27 on Myrtle Beach, you know, last week. So they've got an offense, and you can see it. And so far, we've just been fortunate on the break. So we'll find out because we're underway on the toe of Hunter Tyndall as he steps up and kicks a squibbler over, and it's going to be caught at the 25 on a diving catch over there by somebody that was not expecting the ball. And in high school and pros, you can stand up and run with it, but here, when you catch it and fall down, it stops it right there. So, the nice kick, Hunter Tyndall, and nice result. Ball out on the 26-yard line. So that's where Wilson will start the second half from their own 26, trailing the Bulldogs 26-7. Wilson back out in their purple and gold, the gold helmets. Look sort of a Green Bay Packer gold, if you know what I mean. Going to come out of an eye, and they hand it to the deep man. He's got nowhere to run. He is stymied over there by Demarion Bingham. Bingham's been all into the backfield of Wilson a couple times tonight. Sometimes they bounce off of him, but a couple times he's gotten the better of him in the backfield. So Demarion leading the way down there on that defensive line. Did lose a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This time from the 25. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it right up the middle. Stays on his feet somehow. Being driven now by a lot of white jerseys. But he is going to gain about 5 on the play. See where the final spot is. And the man in the striped shirt said he made to the 31. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Tigers on the opening possession here to start the second half between Wilson Tigers and the Marlboro County Bulldogs. An old rivalry, goes back a long ways. I remember the game here where we slung, I can't remember, I think it might have been Savell Newton's days. We slung about 80 passes out here in one game, 40 on each side. One guy went to South Carolina and one guy went to North Carolina. As the quarterback back, he's going to throw a little flare off to the side. It's caught, but he is hit and stood up, driven down nicely over there by Will Horn. Will's going to drop him for a loss, and Will a little bit slow to get up. No, check that. That's not Will getting up slow. That's Ty Bridges. Come on, Ty, shake it off, man. We need you out there. So a loss on the play of 1 yard is going to bring up 4th and 6 now as the Tigers go into punting formation. Myron Williams is going to step back around our own 40-yard line. And there's the snap. It's okay. We got some men right on the kicker. He does get it away, though. It's a high kick, and it's going to hit. It's going to be picked up by Myron Williams on first bounce. And if he didn't step out of bounds, he's going to be all the way down to about the 32, and I don't see him marking it anywhere. Myron just waited for it to bounce, let the Tigers sort of stand there waiting to see what's happening, just caught it right on mid-stride about the 42-yard line, took it downfield. And now the Bulldogs in great field position at the 33-yard line of Wilson, 1st and 10. We had pressure on the kicker. I think it influenced the way he kicked it, but it was really a much better return by Myron Williams that sets up good field position for the Bulldogs. Evers calling for it. There's the snap. Going to be a quick throw off to the side to Tigger Ford. Tigger is smothered over there, hit hard by the corner. That's Tristan Ellerby. He's a senior. He's 5'8", 170. But he is showing some real speed because he hit Tigger like a purple bullet over there. Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up is a completed pass, but a loss of 2. Bulldogs going to the wristbands. Covington's going to stay in the backfield with Evers. Evers moves trips to the left. He's going to hand it to Covington. Covington off the... No! He pulled it in, and it's going to be overthrows. Tigger Ford was pushed out of bounds. I don't think he was eligible to catch it anyway. But unfortunately, it looked like Covington had some running room there. I thought he had it. But Evers had pulled it back and looked downfield. But the cornerback Ellerby for Wilson had stuck to him like glue and apparently had pushed him out of bounds because when I looked up, Ford was out of bounds trying to fight his way back in. The referees have been bobbling the ball all over the field. The Bulldogs have been ready to get a playoff. Now finally they get it down. Fred McCray up over the ball. Evers looking to the sideline. And the Bulldogs are going to call a timeout. So there's a Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field with 8:50 to go in the third period. We'll be right back.
I'm Mal Hyman, and I'm running for Congress against Tom Rice. Unlike Tom, I'm not taking any corporate or banking donations, so I can represent all of the district. Unlike Tom, I'm opposed to any drilling for oil off our shores. I believe that our coastline should remain beautiful, property value should remain intact, and protect God's creation. If you want to learn more, visit malhyman.com. I'm Mal Hyman, and I approve this message.
We will have a 3rd down and 12 for the Bulldogs who are coming out of the timeout. The Tiger defense need to keep your heads up, and let's got a lot of football and play hard.
Bulldogs 3rd and 11. There's a snap back. He's going to throw it downfield, and the intended receiver has stumbled down. Intended receiver was Myron Williams, and after the ball was released, Myron stumbled and fell. And fortunately, the Wilson Tigers could not catch up to it. hit around the 5-yard line. Myron had fallen around the 15, so that's going to bring up 4th now. And a long, well, I'll say 12, 4th and 12. Ball possession now, down for the Bulldogs. Nice run on a short punt by Myron Williams. Put us deep into Tiger territory, but the Bulldogs have not been able to do anything with it up to this point. Even called a timeout, and still Bulldogs now calling another timeout. So back-to-back timeouts here by the Bulldogs. We'll step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout. Run another one. Yes.
Incomplete. So the Tigers go over now. 4th and 10.
4th and 12. The Bulldogs coming in out of a Palmetto Wellness timeout. They're running a slant from Evers to Ian Williams, and it is going to fall incomplete. Pass not there. Looked like Ian Williams was open. Pass not there. So we turned the ball over on downs at the 34-yard line. Squander some really good field position, a chance to add to a pad a lead early here in the third quarter, but the Bulldog offense comes up blanks, firing blanks, and Wilson back in offense. Going to the gun here. Looks like this would be Quillian in. It is. Quillian looking downfield, and he is going to be chased by Josh Woods, and he rolls away wide open, and he's going to be picked off again, this time by Myron Williams, and it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for the Bulldogs. Nice play by Myron. Oh, they're going to say he juggled the ball. I was watching the foot to see if he could get it in. He got the foot in, but apparently juggled the ball. One guy overruled. I think one official said it was a catch in bounds, and the official that graduated from Wilson in '75, I think, said that he had juggled it just enough for it not to be a catch. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 now for Wilson. Back into the gun goes the Tigers. Jacob Quillian in at quarterback. Looking downfield, looking. He's going to pull it back in, and Woods on him again. Can't get him down, does this time. Pulls him down. Another sack for the Bulldogs. Came into this game with 1 sack for the season. Coach Boyd had been all over him. And that is another sack for the Bulldogs here tonight. I know of at least another one, so that would be 2. I know the defense will be proud of that. A big loss on the play all the way back to the 28-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd now and long. I'm going to call it 18 for the Tigers. Quillian stays in at quarterback. He's got trips now spread to his right, one man to his left. Granger stays in the backfield with Bulldogs. Show 3-man rush. No pressure on him. They throw it underneath. He's caught it at the 30, the 35. Open field tackle is missed. Stays on his feet and pushed out of bounds on a combination between Myron Williams and Will Horn. And they're going to come up just short. Be 4th now, and the ball on the 42 They're going to 41. They've got to get to the 44, so it's going to be 4th and 3. Tigers will probably go for it here with 7:27 to go in the third quarter, down 26-7. And the Bulldogs not doing much on offense so far this half. They go back into the gun, goes the Tigers. Dropping back, dropping. Going to flare it out to the side. It's going to go incomplete. Incomplete over there. Threw it low. It's get it on the ground. So the Bulldogs defense is going to hold. So for the second time in this half, the Bulldogs will reap good field position. First time they came up, turned it over. Now they're going to have it on the 41 of the Tigers. On a 4 and out. The Bulldog offense needs to get back in gear here. Evers looking over the field, moving from my left to right, north to south. Wilson bench to his right over there. He's got Tigger forward. Tigger's going to move into motion and give it to Tigger to run around the left side. He's going to see what kind of speed Wilson's got. Tigger trying to turn the corner. He does. It doesn't get very much. Going to get maybe 3. He ran all the way across the field. Might have gotten a little more than 3. I'm going to call it 4. I'm going to call it second now and 6. So Ford able to make the corner. But the gold helmets got there in time to stop him short of the 45. The ball is on the 43. Covington stays in the backfield. 2 men split each way. Got a pulling guard going to the right and caught from behind over there by you-know-who, Xavier Thomas, who looked like a cat on a hot tin roof. He was coming out there so fast. Grabbed him from behind and slung him to the ground for a no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now. Thomas looked like he lined up in the backfield. That's how quick he was there. That's why Nick Saban and every other coach in the country would like to get him. Going to the wristbands go the Bulldogs. 2 men now split off to the left. 1 to his right. Covington stays in the backfield. They're going to bring a linebacker up. And Covington somehow splits through there, and he is swallowed from behind. Don't know who hit him, but it looked like a freight train coming through there. One of the big linemen smeared him, but he knocked him toward the first down marker. He is going to, if he's short, he isn't going to be short by much. I believe they're going to call for a measurement. He was kind of standing there looking for something to open up, and a freight train wearing purple and gold came in behind him. The good news was, came from behind him and pushed him forward. Now they're going to bring the chains out. We're going to take a measurement here. The Midget Agency scoreboard saying there's 5:32 to go in the third quarter. That clock running awful slow with a 26-7 lead. The chain gang crew. Dean, if old Dennis Miller had been here, he'd already had it measured. They'd have been 1.5 yards short, I can tell you that. And let's see, it's going to be, yes sir, it's going to be a Billy Moore Agency first down by the white stripe on the nose of the football. So move the sticks. Bulldogs have got a first down at the 31-yard line. So Covington picks up another first down for the Dogs, thanks to a big boost by purple jersey hitting him from behind. Evers stays in at quarterback. 2 men split each way. Covington in the backfield. Shotgun snap is back a little bit low, but he picks it up. Going to toss one up for Myrone. Myrone leans out, can't come up with it. Boy, that was close. Oh, that was close. Number 2 was leaning all over him. That's Ellerby. Leaning all over him, but did not get a call against him. A nice block by Covington that time on Thomas coming in. He had bull rushed the left side of the Bulldog offensive line, and Covington hit him. Didn't knock him down, but slowed him down enough to let Evers get a nice pass away. 2 men now split each way. Covington stays in the backfield, giving it to Covington. Covington going around the left side. No, it's quarterback keeper's going to throw it to Myron Williams out to the 30. He's got one man to get away from him. He does. Stays on his feet, leans forward across the 20. If they give him a good spot, it's going to be a Billy Moore Agency first down, and they do. Move the sticks. We're into the Carolina Cleaner red zone by the nose of the football. So the Bulldogs hang on to it. 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Clock now just beginning to run after the move of the chains. Ian Williams now off to the left side along with Tigger Ford and Tony Graham. There's a snap back. They're going to give it to Covington. Covington off the left side. Gets away from Thomas and slung down by the shoulder pads, but not till he hits the 15. That might have been the face mask, because this is going to be a Marlboro eye care call, and the flag came in from way behind the play. I believe it will be a 15-yarder too, just the way it looked. Could be a horse collar. We'll see if we can pick up the call. You can't grab them by the shoulder pads or the face mask. You can grab them by the jersey, grab them by the hair, and grab them by the shoestring. Let's see what they got here. Face mask. Okay, so it's going to be a personal foul against Wilson. That'll be half the distance to the goal. That's a good Marlboro eye care, good eye call.
Walking off the damn field.
So Dr. Johnson and crowd, you did us good. Going to move us right inside the 10, where it will be first and goal, deep in the Carolina Cleaner red zone for the Bulldogs. Trips now off to the right. Ball's dead in the center of the field, so that neither side's the wide side. Going to give it to Covington off the left side. Covington shutter steps, gets caught from behind, stays on his feet, and slung down rudely at about the line of scrimmage. Covington always running with a hot motor. But that time not able to, gets away from the initial hit, but not able to gain any yardage beyond where they started. Second and goal now from the 9. Hadn't been a lot of time spent in the Carolina Cleaner red zone tonight. It seemed like a lot of the strikes have come from 20, 30 yards out. But here the Bulldogs are struggling on a, not struggling, but certainly having to drive it in as they started from the 41 of Wilson. There's a snap back, going to give it to Covington. Quarterback steps back, don't know how he did it. Stayed away from all the people in purple jerseys, but fell on his own. Leans forward with his 6'3" frame and almost gets back to the line of scrimmage, but does end up losing several on the play. It's going to bring up third and goal now, this time from the 12. So it looked like it was intended to be an option for the quarterback to either hand it off or keep it. He realized he couldn't hand it off, but when he tried to keep it, too much purple in the way, and he was unable to keep his feet. It's going to bring up third and goal now for the Dogs. 3 men to Evers' right, 1 to his left. Pressure up the middle. He's going to launch one up for Myron Williams. Myron's got it in the corner, and in and out of his hands. Struggled to keep his foot in bounds, but could not hang on to the ball. That's going to bring up fourth and goal now from the 12. Let's see if we bring out a field goal kicker here. I believe I would try a field goal. And we do. We're going to bring out Hunter Tyndall. And Hunter will kick it now from about where he missed the PAT earlier. So hopefully he learned something from that kick. Should have a little bit of wind behind him going this way.
Oh, we should get to this. Oh, we should get to this.
Evers in to hold. Chad Quick will do the snap.
We should get to this.
Evers calling for it. Quick delivers.
Let's go.
It's down.
Yeah,
it's blocked.
yeah.
It's going to be picked up
There we go.
by Wilson. Right up the middle. They've hit Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter Tyndall is down. The bad news is they blocked it. The worst news is our kicker is down. We've already lost one for the season. Now our second one is down. He is down at about the 18-yard line and not looking good. The coaches are out there. We're going to step away for a Palmetto Wellness injury timeout. We'll be back with the news after this.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
My name is J.D. Chaplin, and I am running for South Carolina House seat number 54. I'm a fourth-generation farmer, born and raised right here in the PD. I'm also a proud product of our public schools, but I know we can and we have to do better. I'm tired of the PD region being treated like the red-headed stepchild of the state when it comes to infrastructure. This November, I'd appreciate it if you could keep me in mind and vote for me.
Have it down inside the 10, but turn it back over on the 27 on the field goal. We'll throw one out into the side, and it is at the last minute over there broken up by Ian Williams. Looked like they had him, the receiver, dead to the right, but the last second, in comes Williams and knocks the ball away on a nice play. Ian Williams, he didn't have a chance to intercept it, but he did knock it away out around the 45-yard line of Wilson. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. It does stop the clock with 2:28 to go in the third quarter. The Midget Agency scoreboard tilted 26 for the Dogs, 7 for Wilson. See if the defense can keep it that way. Quilly in the end to throw it. Throws one over the middle, and it is nowhere near the intended receiver. And had we been looking, we might have had a shot at it ourselves. And check that. That was Quillian, I believe. It might have been Johnson. Is that a... No, that's 12. That's 12. That's Roy Hyman. Must have brought in somebody I didn't know who it was. A little bit of confusion looks like by Wilson over there. They run one guy off. There's a snap back. Bobbled it just a second. Going to throw one deep. It's going to be in the hands of Josh Brown. Josh Brown picks off another one. Stays on his feet at the 50. He's got some running room. He's at the 40. And he's going to be smeared down at about the 38-yard line. So Josh Brown comes up with pick number 2. And the Bulldogs sideline has erupted with another interception here. So thank you, Wilson. We'll take it. And thank you, Josh Brown, showing us some good hands out there in the secondary. The first one turned into almost an 80-yard drive for a touchdown. Let's see if that ignites our offense with 3 shots here. From the 38-yard line, again, 3 times we've been deep in their territory to start the drive and have been turned away with no points. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do here. It looks like Elijah Blair in at quarterback. So give Blair a chance. Blair looking downfield. He's going to toss one down. He's got a man. It's in the hands and out of the hands of Tyleek Edey. Tyleek had it for a second around the 5-yard line, but could not hang on to it. It's harder than it looks, but boy, we've seen a lot of that this year. Elijah Blair stays in at quarterback. Covington in at backfield as a runner. And we've run in 13. That's Jeremy Ocean. Ocean's going to be split out with 2 others out to the right of Elijah Blair. That's the wide side of the field as we move from our left to right. Blair has it, going to hand it to Covington. No, keeps it himself. He is grabbed by the jersey, can't get away, wish he could have. Got up to the 35, so it's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on out there. We need to be smarter than that. 3rd and 8 now for the Dogs. Elijah Blair staying in at quarterback. Blair had some running room. He just couldn't get away from the one guy that had a death grip on his chest and drug him down at the 35. Covington now stays in just to his left, trips to his right, one man to his left. There's a snap back. Covington going into pattern. He's going to throw it downfield. It's going to be In and out of everybody's hands. Looks like Ford had a shot at it. So did the guy wearing purple over there. The guy that was most upset not catching it was the safety from Wilson. But that's going to bring up 4th and 8 now for the Bulldogs. Blair's going to stay in. And we're going to run trips again. We've got Bridges, Graham, and Oceans split off to the right. Tigger Ford off to the left. Elijah Blair in at quarterback. 4th down and 8. Blair looking downfield. He overshoots his man. Overshoots D.C. Covington, who got a more than a love pat way out of bounds. It might have been a good place to make a call. 4th down, maybe ball possession, but you start letting late hits and hits out of bounds start going, games can get out of hand in a hurry. Nonetheless, again, we started on the 33, the 41, and the 38 of Wilson, and have yet got as far as the 8-yard line, but have not put any points on the board here in the third quarter. You leave a team like Wilson hanging around, if they catch fire, we could be in trouble here.
Let's give the Greens cheerleaders a round of applause. They work hard.
Bulldogs staying with 3 down linemen. This time, it's like they're going to bring Johnson in. He's going to go up under center. Going to hand off to the left side, and he is going to be hit over there by Will Horn and company. Horn stood him up at the line of scrimmage and rode him down. Bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers of Wilson High from Florence, South Carolina. An old foe, an old region foe that remains one. Sometimes things come back around. Looking to throw it to the quarterback. He's going to throw one upstairs. It's going to be in the hands of everybody, and the only one that comes up with it is wearing purple. That's the way you catch a ball right there. You go up in a crowd and come down with it. Cannot let this, that's Zion Keith, I believe, number 6. You cannot let this team get back into it. That ball is caught at the 31 of the Bulldogs, so it's Billy Moore Agency, 1st down for Wilson, a big one from the Bulldog 31. We were enjoying good field position. Well, now we've changed on it.
Oh! Tyler wide ass
hit
open.
Down there hard on a crossing pattern, hit by Tyleek Edie, and Edie is slow to get up. Very slow to get up. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. The ball in his hands, but jarred loose on a jarring tackle down there by Edie, and Edie's still down on the ground. They're going to come out and take a look at him. The Bulldogs are taking the knee. So we're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness injury timeout. We'll be back after these messages. Tyleek Edie goes off under his own power. He didn't look real good. Another pass coming up. Got pressure on the quarterback. He rolls out to his left. Got some time. He's going to throw it. It's caught. Still on his feet in the middle of a host of Bulldogs. Can't bring him down. The ball's loose, rolling on the ground.
We got it.
Somehow came right out of his hands in the scrum. I thought maybe they should have blown the whistle. And Wilson, for the first time tonight, is on the receiving side of their own fumble. The ball's going to be on the other side of the 20-yard line. It's going to be deep in the Carolina Cleaner red zone, and that is going to do it for the third quarter as Wilson's on the 10-yard line. We're going to step away for a Palmetto Wellness timeout as we change into the fourth quarter.
say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Healthcare. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Healthcare, we believe that your needs come first.
We flip fields, but unfortunately, Wilson keeps the same possession at the 10-yard line. It is first and goal from the 10 into Carolina. They're in the Carolina Cleaner red zone.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Snap the ball. God damn it.
Quarterback goes up under center. They're going to hand it into the backfield, and he is going to be hit, but after he's going to gain 2 or 3, stays on his feet, still on his feet, moving forward. Bulldogs can't get him down. Hit him at about the 7-yard line, and he goes all the way down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. 2 Bulldogs on the ground on that one play. We're dropping like flies out there. Looks like Will Horn limping off to the sideline field.
For friendly, knowledgeable service, come see us at Causey's Home Center for your next project. We have a full selection of quality paints, plumbing and electrical hardware, as well as lumber. Pick your new floor covering from our wide selection of carpet, tile, and linoleum. You're part of the family at Causey's, so come visit us on the bypass in Bennettsville.
All right, give it back.
See if the Tigers can get it in the end zone. Referee signals the start of the clock.
There's the handoff into the backfield. Number 22 trying to get to the goal line and looking for the officials. Guys in purple said he scored, and they're running off the field, so I'm assuming that would be a touchdown with 11:24 to go. Wilson opens up the fourth quarter with a touchdown to cut the lead, 26-13 with the PAT up and coming. The injured Bulldog was Demarion Bingham, 55. Bingham's been all over the backfield of the Wilson Tigers. We would miss him. He did go off under his own power, but he was walking stiff-legged. I'm hoping it was a cramp. Snap back for the PAT was low. It was picked up, kicked in, and it is good. So with 11:24 to go in this game, Bulldogs 26, Wilson 14. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day!
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
You along on a Bulldog Friday night on PDBSN.com. The Bulldogs squandered 3 good starting field positions in the third quarter, coming away with no points. And Wilson turned it around on a long pass and is now clawing their way back in this game at 26-14. There's an onside kick to 10. And
that's what I'm talking about, baby.
looks like thought he had missed the ball there for a second. Didn't look like it was going to roll 10 yards where they touched it, so it's going to depend on where he touched it. And I would say with the calls going tonight, you never know exactly. The officials will not know where he actually touched it. They're going to go by where it went. Kicked it from the 40, had to go to the 50. We'll see what the call is. It could be an onside kick, turnover against the Bulldogs. When you get good field position, you got to take advantage of it. And it is. They say Wilson has the ball just across the 50-yard line. The back into the ball touching the 50. So an onside kick results in a Wilson offensive possession. So the Bulldog defense just let a long pass take them off stride. Now Wilson with some momentum coming out with 11:22 to go in this game. Squandered our opportunities to put this game away, and now we've let Wilson right back in it with some momentum. See what the Bulldog defense can do.
Yes. Read it. Give it pump.
Some pressure on the quarterback. He's going to launch one up in the air, and it's going to go in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Hit him on the hands. He was in coverage, but he could not come down with it.
Outside.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for Tigers. Ball was thrown down around the 30. It was in coverage, but the Bulldogs did not get the hands on it. So stay in the formation. 3 down linemen for the Bulldogs. 1 man in the backfield. That's going to be Granger. Quarterback's going to go up under center. He's got 2 men split each way. Linebacker's cheating up, taking a lot of time to snap it, get it away. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle.
Let's go. Touchdown.
Right up the middle is 22. That's Granger. Granger's going to be across the 40. That's going to be a first down. It's a Billy Moore Agency first down. It's the Tigers again hurting us right up the middle on a 12-yard gain down to the Bulldog 38. Clock running. Be right at just under 11 minutes on the Misley Agency scoreboard. As Wilson's starting to feel some momentum here. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. They've been passing, and they caught us up the middle on a run. Back under center goes the quarterback. He's got it. Going to throw a little flare off the left. It's going to be a double pass. He's got it thrown down the sideline, and it is going to be broken up. A good play down there by, who was that, Ian Williams. It would have been a touchdown. He had to just throw his hands up. It was a double pass. Passed, if it was in fact thrown backwards, which the referees behind the line would have to make that call. And then a double pass to throw it out. And Ian Williams saved a touchdown by just throwing his hands up. And I've seen that play before, and it looks like a bad call, but if it keeps 6 from being on the board, it is worth it. So apparently the guy in the backfield agreed that it was a backwards first pass. That would make it a lateral. So the second pass would have been a forward pass, and they were calling pass interference on the play. What happened right there at the goal line, Ian Williams was beat as he could not catch up, and he just threw his hands up to deflect the pass, which would have been 6. So move to change. It's a Billy Moore Agency first down, but a good play by Ian Williams to save a touchdown. Bulldog defense looking to the sidelines. Wilson is going to split 2 men each way. Granger stays in the backfield. Number 12 is at quarterback. I don't know if that's Hyman or not. I don't know who it is. Looking. He's going to run it himself right up the middle. He is going to slide forward inside the 20 into the Carolina Cleaner red zone. Going to pick up a big gainer on it. Saw a hole and took it. Going to gain 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd now and 4 into the Carolina Cleaner red zone. Go the Wilson Tigers. 10:15 to go in this contest. All the points scored so far in this half have been for the Tigers. They have put 1 on this board, now trying to notch another one here. Looking to pass it, looking. He's got a man open, and it's going to be knocked away by Myron Williams. Kind of floated it down there to him right at the goal line. Myron Williams able to get there and knock it away. Tipped it up. I was hoping maybe the back man behind him, the safety, might have been able to get in there and catch it. That's Jacob Calder in at safety, taking the place of the injured Tyleek Edey, who went out earlier. It's going to bring it 3rd now and 4 for the Tigers. Giving them a lot of time in the huddle here. A lot of time. Quarterback ran over to the sideline to get the play after the breakup. If they had a clock, I believe they would have used it. And look in. The quarterback's going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be in and out of the hands of Myron Williams. Almost knocked it into the trailing receiver on the play. Threw it over the middle at around the 5-yard line. Myron Williams had a beat on it. Could not hang on to it as the ball went in the air. The trailing receiver almost went in and out of his hands. So that's going to bring up 4th now and about 4 for the Tigers. The ball still, I'm going to call it the 17 of the Bulldogs. Big down here for the Bulldog defense. 4th and 4. Tigers with momentum. Taking a lot of time.
Let's go.
Back under this center goes the quarterback. There's the snap. They're going to do a running play right up the middle, and it's going to be a first down inside the 10. Down to the 5 go the Tigers. So on 4th and 4, we could not hold them. They're going to make a big running play again. Making us pay is Tylon Granger. And Granger down to the 6-yard line where it's going to be first and goal deep in the Carolina Cleaner red zone with the clock running with 9:42 to go in this game. Would have been a nice stop right there for the defense. Our offense for the Bulldogs have sputtered this half.
Left triangle, on the right hand. There we go.
And it has put the Tigers right back in the thick of things. Down now 26-14, knocking on the door from the Bulldogs' 5-yard line.
Oh, he just got to get in the end zone. We got a 5-man box.
There's a snap back. Quarterback's going to run it right up the middle. Quarterback's going to be hit and dropped, but not till he gains about 3 on the play. See where they spot it. It's one of those where they smeared him along there, so they're going to give him about 2.5 on it. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal now from the 2.5. Taking a lot of time to get their plays off. This time, one man remains in the backfield. That's going to be Granger. Quarterback's going to go up under center, splitting one man out each way. They're going to hand it off to Granger. Granger sidesteps to his right and to his left. He's hit hard over there by Josh Brown, but Josh unable to wrap him up. Hit him hard. The fell forward right into the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown.
Let's go!
So with 8:28 to go in the game, Wilson 20, Bulldogs 26. This is a tight one now. 8:28 to go. PAT all important, up and coming. The kicker has been weak on his kicks, but they have been true. Man running on late for the Tigers. When you're missing a big left guard, everybody knows it. Colin Fort's the holder. Got the ball down. It's up. This one's stronger, and it is good. So with 8:28 to go, Bulldogs 26, Wilson 21. We'll be back with a kickoff after this. All right, guys, don't let them do that to you again. They just took an onside kick that went 10.1 yard, recovered it at the 50-yard line, which is what he's got to do, and drove it 50 yards for a touchdown to draw within 5 points of the Bulldogs. And they have the momentum. Bulldogs have not been able to get anything going here in the second half. Another onside kick attempt, and it's going to be... See who gets it this time.
Let's go!
Illegal touching. This time touched, kicked by Wilson. before it was at the 50. So that means if they kicked it at the 48, the Bulldogs will take it over there. I think there's a penalty that goes with that.
Don't cheat it.
So right now it's on the call is going to be illegal touching by Wilson short of the 10 yards that they had to roll. So they did the same play again. The Bulldogs not up to the task again. It looked like Wilson had recovered it, but deep. And one of the Wilson Tigers had kicked it and kicked it forward, and that is, you cannot do that on the way to the 50.
Hey, let's go, G. Don't give us
That's a Marlboro right here. Good eye call. I don't know if it's a flag or not. We will see if they, I don't think it's a penalty. I think you can take it where they touch it. The official went over and said something to the Tigers coach. I don't know what it is. Looks like they have to re-kick it. We don't want them to re-kick it. They would take the ball where they touched it, but apparently that ain't the rule.
Bullard Realty serves Marlboro County and the PD areas of South Carolina with residential, land, farm, and commercial sales. View our listings at bullardrealty1.com or at realtor.com. You can call us at 843-479-4774.
Wait, now they're kicking it from the 40 where they kicked it before. I don't know what the call was. We're going to have to ask about that call, because they're kicking it from the same spot that they kicked off before. They said they touched it before it went 10 yards. I thought that would be a penalty. There's the kick, and again, it's not going to make the 10-yard lines. See what they call it this time. Do they just get to keep kicking it? It's the same call they made the last time. This time they're saying we get to keep it. I do not know why they kicked it over again. I do not know why they re-kicked the onside kick. But I'm going to ask Coach Boyd that at the SPC coach's post-game interview, so hang on after the game and we'll try to find out. So the Bulldogs again.
There you go. Pick!
Broken play that time. Looked like Evers wanted to hand it off to Covington. Covington pulls it back out, rolls out to his right, somehow stays away from the pressure, tosses it over to the sideline. It's going to be caught over there by, I believe that was Graham. And Graham gets down to the sideline into the 33-yard line of Wilson. So 1st and 10, Billy Moore Agency, first down, and a nice throw by Evers all the way from the 48 down to the 33-yard line. Now 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Low snap, Evers gets it. Covington, Sutter steps to the right, stays on his feet, somehow still stands up under a lot of pressure right in the middle of the line. Gets across inside the 30 down to the 29. It's going to bring up now 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Just under 8 minutes to go here in this game. It has tightened up. The Bulldogs were up 26-7 at halftime, but no more. And down on the field is Myron Williams, somebody we really cannot afford to lose. And Myron, hard to get up. We're going to take a Palmetto Wellness injury timeout. Myron Williams is down. We'll check him out. We'll be back after this.
Come on down to Dillon County's #1 car dealership, where we've been voted #1 8 years in a row. There's a huge variety of clean, low mileage, used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with financing rates as low as 2.9%. And if you're worried about credit, don't. We offer buy here, pay here, and we offer down payments as low as $0. So come see us on Highway 301 South in Dillon.
A score here would make all the Bulldog fans breathe a little bit easier, that's for sure. Wilson has found their way right back into this game. Evers looking to the sideline. Nobody's going to the wristband, so apparently they like the call. Covington stays in the backfield. They're going to give it to Covington. It's pressure up the middle. And Covington is hit in the backfield. Might have got the line of scrimmage, might not have. It's going to be close. No blocking up front for Covington. He's escaped a few times, but couldn't get away then. Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now from the 30-yard line of the Tigers. With our kicker down, it may well be 4-down territory here. Probably why they ran it there. The Wilson band continues to play. Evers calling for the ball. Morgan. So throwing the ball up for anybody to catch. I thought for a moment he had handed it off to Covington. Covington went down, but Evers held on to it. Under extreme pressure, threw the ball up, and we caught it, but unfortunately we caught it as we were out of bounds. So it's going to bring up 4th now and 6 for the Bulldogs. Thought that DC had been stuffed in the backfield, but instead Evers had pulled it back, threw it downfield for Ford, but Ford, when he came up with it, was out of bounds. So 4th and 6 now. A lot of pressure been into the backfield by Wilson. Evers calling for the ball. He's got it. Looking. He's under pressure. He's going to be, no, not sacked. They blew the whistle. There's going to be a Marlboro eye care call. I believe we had a man in motion. So it's going to make 4th down that much harder. Big lineman may have moved at the same, a little bit early, and we had a man in motion, and I believe it just looked like too much going on, and out comes the flags. So a Marlboro eye care call is going to make 4th down, a lot harder for the Bulldogs. Evers is going to stay in. Looks like we're going over to the punt team because Quick is going to come out to snap it back. They're going to drop one man back, but they're going to stay in formation as Wilson. Probably let the time run out. Short one man, that wouldn't have helped. Out comes a receiver. Delay a game against the Bulldogs. So the play clock called against the violation called against the Bulldogs. Took a long time to get that one out. I'm not sure exactly why. Moves us back to the 40-yard line. Probably not too bad for Evers. Instead of trying to pooch it here, he'd probably get a little better kick on it. One thing's for sure, they know now we're not going to try anything, which would have kept them honest. Chad Quick snaps it back. Evers gets it away. It's a high kick. It's headed for the out of bounds, and it's going to hit, take a Bulldog roll, hit around the 20, and goes down at the 15. So with 6:37 to go, again, the Bulldogs not able to take advantage of a possession inside Tiger territory, gives it up on a punt, and 85 yards away from taking the lead as comes the Wilson Tigers. They've scored 2 times in this quarter and looking to try to make it 3 and break the hearts of our Bulldog fans here. They had fed us a steady diet of turnovers. Let's see if they can do us one right here. They're going to go with a shotgun here. They're spreading out the field. 2 men split each way. 3 down linemen for the Bulldogs. They're going to fake it up the middle. They're going to throw it across the middle, and it's going to be caught around the 30 and down to the 35. So that pass, which had been going over everybody's head, suddenly finding the right guys. 1st and 10 out to the 35-yard line go the Tigers. 20-yard gainer gives the Tigers some momentum here. Quarterback stays in the gun. He's going to throw it over the middle again. It's going to be caught. Caught at the 45, all the way down now to the Bulldog 45, inside the 45 to the 44. The Tigers can't seem to do anything wrong. That passing game, which they were 0 for 7 in the first half, has suddenly come to life. 6:13 to go here in this ball game. Wilson driving it downfield. Now Wilson taking a long time to get the plays off. Ran the quarterback in late. Up under center this time goes the quarterback. You're going to hand it into the backfield and going to make about 3 on the play. Looked like we had him in the backfield. He's going to get about 3 on the play. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. And moving it back to the 45, holding on Wilson. So we'll take that. Move it from the 45 where the penalty occurred all the way back to the 45 of Wilson. So from 45 to 45 goes the penalty. It's going to bring up first now and 22 for the Tigers. They're going to hand it up the middle again. Still on his feet, going to hit. Stood up, still on his feet driving. Pushing by the Bulldogs. Stood up, blow the whistle, Mr. Ref. Bad things happen there. That's what happens when you don't blow the whistle. Bad things happen. So out comes the Yankees. Personal foul against Wilson. So that would be a dead ball foul, so that's good. It'll be second down and move it back another 15 yards. So that's from the 45. And now they're going to get another flag. Out comes the second flag. Let's see what they're going to call. Unsportsmanlike again. So they've moved it down now. The Marlboro Eye Care calls are piling up against Wilson. It's at the 33 now. They're going to mark off another 15. Said something to the official. He didn't like it, and the guy in the white hat threw that flag. If it was the same guy twice, they'd actually kick him out of the game, so I don't know. So that moves the ball on two penalties all the way down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. For a first down, they've got to get, that's the 18-yard line of the Tigers. They've got to get down to the 34 of the Bulldogs. I don't know how far that is. I don't have a calculator, but I can tell you it's a long way. 10, 20, 30, 40 yards or so. They do have, it can't be first down. It was the first foul was a dead ball foul. It's got to be second down. They're discussing the downs. So the referees are talking it over. And let's see. The Wilson guy had first down on it, but it was second because the first foul was a dead ball foul. So that meant it was a play. So now it's second and very, very long, 40-yard plus. They're going to look downfield. They're going to throw one out. They've thrown it for everybody. He's behind behind everybody, but he was out of bounds. Trailing over there was Josh Brown. Ball went down to about the 45, but it was thrown out of bounds all the way. So that's going to bring up now third. Let's see if I can come up with a yardage here. 10, 20, 30, 40. I'm going to say about 38 yards or so. I don't know. I'm going to say 40. It's a long way. Third and long. 38. All right, 38. Thank you, Richard. Snap is back. Quarterback looking. He's going to be hit. Hit as he released it, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to bring up fourth and 38 for the Tigers. 4:53 to go. So still a lot of time in this game.
Third down, coach.
A lot of time still left. So a lot of decisions to be made by the Tigers what they want to do here. And And they're going to take a timeout. So we got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a Palmetto Wellness timeout. We'll be back after these messages.
The Midgley Agency in Real Estate has been serving Marlboro County for over 76 years. Whether you're a tenant from many properties that they manage, purchasing the home of your dreams, or letting them handle all of your insurance needs, you're guaranteed to be greeted with a smile.
So we're back here at at Memorial Stadium in Florence, where Wilson has 4th and 38 to go, thanks to 3 personal foul penalties called right in a row. And they are going to kick. Their punter standing on about the 5-yard line. There's the snap. It is a low driving kick. It's going to be fielded at the 48 by
Block in the
Williams.
back. There we go.
There's going to be a flag on the play. So out there was Ty Bridges, got a block, but he got it in the back at about the 48-yard line. That sprung him off to the side, but I tell you, when you do it right in front of the referee, it doesn't do you any good. So instead of having okay field position on the 47, say, we're going to get moved back on the other side of the 50 with 4:42 to go. Bulldog offense needs to step one up right here. Some discussion going on around the call. Block in the back by the Bulldogs. So that is going to be a Marlboro Eye Care call that goes against us. We need a couple of Billy Moore Agency first downs, that's for sure. And now they're marking it off against the Bulldogs, and that is going to move it back to the 44-yard line. So from the 44 is where the Bulldogs start. So a stupid penalty takes us out of really good field position, or a great field position, moves us into good field position, but still a long way to go for the Bulldogs, 56 yards to a score we desperately need. We've had 7 points come off the board that we scored due to penalties, and a blocked field goal. If you add those 10 on there, the game would have been a lot more comfortable right now at this moment. Elijah Blair in at quarterback, unless that's Myron Williams. Let me see when he gets the number. It's going to be Myron. Myron, keeper up the middle, but he is tackled just as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Myron again, slow to get up. Myron's playing a little bit hurt, I believe, out there tonight. 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Myron Williams in it. Wild Dog in the backfield with Covington. 3 men now split to his left, 1 to his right. Covington stays in the backfield with him. 4 down linemen for the Tigers. There's a snap, going to get to Covington right up the middle. Nobody's there. First down to the 40, down to the 35. So move the change. It's a Billy Moore Agency. First down for the Bulldogs. They're going to spot it just short of the 35. I'm going to call it the 36. Nice run right up the middle by Covington. A lot of pressure coming in, but nobody right up the middle. And Covington threw the heater on and chugged it up the field. Moves the chains with 3:46 to go in this one. Bulldogs up 26-21. Needing to score here to get a little air between them and the Wilson Tigers. Myron Williams taking it right up the middle. Looked like he grabbed his face mask. No call. Gets into the scrum right at the line of scrimmage. I'll bring up 2nd and 9, I'm going to call it. Maybe 8. 2nd and 8. Gets down to the 34-yard line. His head jerked away. Myron's head jerked back when the guy went by. Looked like he might have grabbed him by the face mask. The referees didn't agree. He must have got him crown with a helmet. Bulldogs letting a little time come off the clock. 2nd now and 8. Wilson Band continues to play. DC right up the middle. DC bounces off to the right side. DC off to the races. Stops, keeps it in bounds, and he is thrown down at around the 20-yard line, maybe the 21 or so. So move the chains is another Billy Moore agency first down. I've got Wilson with 3 timeouts left in this half. So they've got some clock and they've got some time with 2:40 to go. But if the Bulldogs can keep chewing up first downs, it will not matter. Now they're setting the chains over across the way. Well, I see there's a man down on the field. He is out of bounds. Looks like a Bulldog. Don't know who it is. Getting up slow over there. Let's see. That's Covington. Covington got his hand on his chest. That is not good. So we got a timeout by Wilson called on the field. So with 2:35 to go, Bulldogs up 26-21. We're going to step away for a Palmetto Wellness timeout.
Do you want a vacation and travel like rock stars? Well, you need to reach out to us, MKL Travel. We help turn your dream vacations into reality vacations. Get booked up today.
We also can show you how to save on your taxes, earn extra income. If you want to learn how to travel on wholesale instead of retail, get hooked up with Legendary Littles.
I'm here in Florence at Memorial Stadium. It's a rivalry between Wilson and Marlboro rekindled as we found ourselves in the same region and now battling, coming into region play 1-1. Two teams almost mirrored each other in records and sort of adversity during the season. And now it's come down to this, a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs with 2:35 to go. 1st and 10, knocking on the door to Carolina Cleaner red zone. We've got it at the 21, needing to get another first down and hopefully a score after that. DC Covington just ran the ball for a first down, ran it out of bounds, but came up, or didn't get back up, and is on the sidelines right now. We're going to run Myron Williams off to the right side. Myron stays on his feet, zigs and zags off to the right side. It's going to be short of the first down, but he's going to make a nice gainer in deep into the Carolina Cleaner red zone, coming up about a yard or so short, 2 yards short, I'm going to call it, for first down. Now is where we need, I tell you, look at the injury list. This is where you need Tavares Ingram, that we lost several games ago to a broken leg. Would certainly make a difference. Covington's come back in, though. Hope he's okay. Myron Williams and Covington back into the field. 2nd and 2. Ball inside the 15. Covington off the left side. Shutter steps, dives into the 10-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 1:50 to go on the clock. The Bulldogs will be in no hurry here. Make Wilson use some of their timeouts. 1st and 10, deep into the Carolina Cleaner red zone. 9 yards to go. I'm going to call it on the 9. So Williams and Covington stay in the backfield. And Wilson is going to take their second timeout with 1:41 to go. We're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field.
I'm Mal Hyman, and I'm running for Congress against Tom Rice. Unlike Tom, I'm not taking any corporate or banking donations, so I can represent all of the district. Unlike Tom, I'm opposed to any drilling for oil off our shores. I believe that our coastline should remain beautiful, property value should remain intact, and protect God's creation. If you want to learn more, visit malhyman.com. I'm Mal Hyman, and I approve this message.
I'll drop down on the field here, have some words after the game with Coach Dean Boyd's impressions on the game, and also to find out why they got to kick the onside kick twice after they touched it. But right now, the game is holding in the balance. The Bulldogs have it on the 9-yard line, 1st and goal in the Carolina Cleaner red zone, up 26-21. The Bulldogs have forced Wilson into using 2 timeouts, so Wilson has 1 remaining with 1:41 on the clock. He'll be in no hurry here. Myron Wilson takes it off the left side and into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Touchdown Myron Williams with 1:35 to go. Bulldogs 32, Wilson 21. Myron Wilson drove it down. A nice drive after Wilson shot themselves in the foot, having a lot of momentum, and got 3 penalties called on them in a row. A 45-yard mark-off put them in bad field position. They ended up having to punt it back, and the Bulldogs take advantage to take it in on foot with 1:35 to go in this region matchup here in Florence, South Carolina. That is number 35, and that is Zach Rogers' number, but I don't know who that is kicking. Number 35 puts it through. I'll try to find that out. So the Bulldogs now go up 33, 21. We'll take a step away for a timeout, Palmetto Wellness timeout. Nothing's ever easy over here at Memorial Stadium, and Wilson, on the strength of coming up with a couple of onside kicks, turned this one into a game after the Bulldogs looked like they had well in hand at the end of the first half, but squandered some early opportunities in the third quarter to let Wilson come back and score 2 unanswered to make it 26-21. But the Bulldogs took advantage of some penalties and have now spread it out 33-21, and getting ready to kick off is Hunter Tyndall, so must be feeling a little better. He's going to put a leg into it. He's going to kick it down to about the 25, and a big lumbering lineman has got it, and he is going to be rolled down at the 31. I wouldn't have wanted to tackle him. Let's see. Chris Simmons, 6 feet, 250 pounds. You try to tackle him, he may tackle you. Wilson has it now on the 32-yard line, so that is where they take over, on the 32-yard line after the kickoff. Just want to remind you, the SPC coach's post-game interview coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned. There's a snap back, handled by the quarterback. He's throwing it downfield. He's throwing it up. It's a jump ball, and it is in and over to everybody's hands. Tigger Ford's down there in coverage. Nobody could come up with it. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for Wilson with 1:23 to go in this one. It got tight. If Wilson scores here, it'll be tight again. They got a long way to go with the ball out on the 32-yard line, on their own 32-yard line. There's a snap back. It's clean. Looking to throw it downfield. The ball comes right out of the quarterback's hand and is scooped by big old number 55 out there, Demarion Bingham, who had been hurt. It came back, so Bingham comes up with a big fumble recovery. The ball just slipped out of the quarterback's hand as he drew it back to pass it. So that should do it, with Wilson about out of timeouts. And the clock, 1:15 to go. So another turnover keeps plaguing Wilson. And believe me, I have empathy for him, because it has been plaguing the Bulldogs all season. You know how it feels. But it looks like from here, the Bulldogs could pretty much take a knee, and that is going to be it for this game. A region game should move the Bulldogs to 4-5 on the season, 2-1 in the region, and drop Wilson to 3-6, 1-2 in the region. So a fumble recovery by Demarion Bingham, and now there's going to be a timeout called on the field. So Rich, we're going to step away with a Palmetto Wellness timeout on the field.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Yeah, no, I do not. Bulldogs coming out of the gun, but they are just going to take a knee, and that is the right answer to do. So the Bulldogs go from the 16 back to about the 22 with 1:04 left in this game. That means we'll probably only have to snap it about one more time, and that should do it for this game. So it's been a well-fought game by the Wilson Tigers as they roared back here in the second half to make a game of it. They just dug too big of a hole in the first half on turnovers and incomplete passes to let the Bulldogs forge ahead here late in this game. A well-needed victory by the Bulldogs. Now the ball, another knee by the quarterback, and that should do it. That should be the last play. So hang on as we step out on the field with Coach Dean Boyd, SPC coach's post-game interview. And Rich, I'm going to turn it over to you, and we'll be listening out for your stats.
Congratulate Dr. Dean Boyd and the Marlboro County Bulldogs. And we also congratulate our Wilson Tigers.
Sounds good.
The Bulldogs will play
And stand by, Bulldog fans, for the post-game interview with Coach Dean Boyd and Lon Lester and Dan McNeil of the Herald-Advocate.
My name is J.D. Chaplin, and I am running for South Carolina House seat number 54. I'm a fourth-generation farmer born and raised right here in the PD. I'm also a proud product of our public schools, but I know we can and we have to do better. I'm tired of the PD region being treated like the red-headed stepchild of the state when it comes to infrastructure. This November, I'd appreciate it if you could keep me in mind and vote for me.
Again, Bulldogs fans, stand by for the post-game interview with Dan McNeil of the Herald-Advocate, Lon Lester, and Coach Dean Board of those mighty Bulldogs. Say hello to the friendly staff of Priority One Home Healthcare. Family owned and operated since 2002, specializing in personal care, home management, and companion care. Here at Priority One Home Healthcare, we believe that your needs come first.
waiting on Coach Boyd. He's received a plaque for winning his 200th game as Marlboro County head coach. He's talking to some of the coaches now. He'll be coming over to talk to Lionel Lester in just a second.
Congratulations on number 200.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot.
Was it worth it really fast?
Yes, anytime you can get one like that, it's worth it. But, it's just a testament to the coaches and to the former players and everybody we've had here over the years. I get the credit for it, but in all reality, it's everybody. There's 200 wins for the Marlboro County program, and I'm just real excited for the way our kids came out and finished the game. It wasn't pretty that second half, that's for sure. But that's been Wilson's MO. They Myrtle Beach had them 41-7 going in the fourth quarter. They finished 41-27. So they've had a year where the balls bounced their way in the second half, and once it has, then they've made plays and had opportunities to get back in the game, and that's what happened out here tonight.
It was good to see Hunter Kendall get back up, because I know we were concerned we were getting a little short on kickers, but who did we run out there last?
That Zach was back in, Zach Rogers.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
He's been hurt all year and hadn't had an opportunity. He really just came back this week. He was back last week for emergency situations. It was really only out here for emergency situations tonight, but he's going to be super good. And Hunter's really come on this year and had a good year too, and I'm glad to see he wasn't hurt and that he's okay. And, I'm just real proud of our football team. My wife couldn't make it tonight, so I'd like to shout out to her. And, can't get 200 without that help. You know what I mean?
And you need that home help. I mean, she's been behind you a lot.
She has had to put up with a whole lot of hours and a whole lot of time, and not only my wife but all our coaches' wives. And I'm just I'm real proud of all our coaches, former coaches, current coaches, former players, current players. Because it means a lot to get to that point, and I'm real happy about it.
Charlie Keedy took a rough blow there. On a vicious hit. Is he okay? I mean,
he was a little dizzy and woozy, so he'll probably have to go through concussion protocol. Okay. But it's a big hit. Tyreek is a hitter. He's a big striker, and he's we need him back against Myrtle Beach next week. But he had a good game tonight, and real proud of him. I'm sure he'll bounce back.
He got 285 yards rushing. That's very nice.
That feels good. We really came in this game thinking we were going to throw it about every play.
Yeah.
And, we were able to throw it a lot now. We were able to throw it a lot, and we took a lot of deep shots, and we felt like we had to. But to get that rushing is big for us. And, going there at the end there with Marlboro to give him a little bit of different jiggle and a little different wiggle right there, that was big. And I'm just real proud of the way the kids just kept fighting. They didn't. This was not the same second half team. Even though we let them come back in it, we didn't ever quit. We just had some bad breaks, so we really did. And but they kept fighting. They didn't stop. We had people going out injured, and we just kept fighting. And offense found a way to drive it down the field and get a big score right there when we needed it most.
Talking about interesting break, I was very interested as to why did they re-kick the onside kick?
Inadvertent whistle. He said he came over and he apologized. He said, "I'm real." Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. It's he said, "I apologize to you. I'm real sorry about it. But it's an inadvertent whistle. We're gonna have to re-kick." I mean, what luck? You know what I mean? That's the type of luck we've had all year long, though. I mean, we get the ball, we got it on the 47. Looks like we can, run this clock out and eat some time off the clock, and lo and behold, we get a doggone inadvertent whistle where they have to kick. The only situation, the only scenario that can happen for them to have to re-kick, that's what happened.
I'm going to be quite frank with you. I couldn't think of a scenario, so I appreciate you. But how can you blow an inadvertent whistle when they kick the ball? Doesn't that make it dead?
Well, they get to re-kick because of the inadvertent whistle gives you the play over.
Okay.
So it shouldn't have blown it. It's a bad situation, but it happened. But we were able to live through it this time, and that's the key. We haven't been able to live through that kind of stuff in the past. We just kind of died.
Bingham, got a sack or two in there. Where'd those come from?
We have one sack coming in tonight for the whole year, and the guys have been working hard all the last 2 weeks. Our kids have continued to work. Now we've cut down on numbers. We kind of weeded out some that didn't want to play and didn't believe, and that sort of thing. So our numbers are a little down compared to what we normally have. But, you know, the negativity and people and people not believing, we kind of weeded them out, and we were able to come out and get a big win tonight.
By the what I read in the newspaper, the Marlboro Herald, 13-3 lifetime coming in. That makes it 14-3 against Wilson. We should be scheduling them more often.
Well, you know, this guy's doing a good job with them. He really is, and you know, I've been there. I know how it is to start with a group, and you know, you just got to keep hanging in there and keep fighting. And boy, do they not have a defensive player, number 19? Whichever college gets that joker right there is going to be exciting, because he is for real. Wherever you put him, you know, I'm going to tell you what, Wayne Turner put some licks on him. He put some plays on him. He put some plays on him tonight, and I was real proud of him, because everybody we talked to said, you know, you can't block him. Wayne didn't, nobody, got to tell Wayne that, because Wayne came through and blocked him, but, you know, he finally got the hang of what we were doing and started getting around a little bit and started making plays. So, you know,
ran into a lot too.
Oh yeah, we did. We did, and but I'm gonna tell you, he's as good a high school football player as there is. I'm just so proud of our kids. You know, Myron came in, gave us some good snaps for the league, got in a little bit tonight and got some snaps. I thought Jacob played a lot better and had time. I think that's the key. You know, Jacob's been getting a lot of unfair criticism for a lot of the year because he hadn't had time. He's been getting hit in the mouth every time you turn around, and no matter who you put back when you have that going on, it's hard to adjust and make plays. So, and I thought our defense came up with some big stops when they had to. Demarion Bingham, I thought Chad Quick played extremely well at linebacker. I thought Will Horn played well at linebacker. I thought our secondary, because they had thrown the ball good on a lot of people, I thought our secondary overall played real good. I thought Myron and Ion Williams, Tigger, Costa Ford had some big plays for us, and of course DC. Of course, we call DC's name all the time. I don't know what did he end up with, you know?
I don't have his stats. I know when he was down on the ground over here, we were all holding our breath, though, I don't mind telling you.
Yeah, he took, his guy rolled over on him and kind of knocked the air out of him. Yeah, you don't want to lose somebody like him. That'd be a big loss. But I'm just real proud of our football team.
Well, I know you're excited. Now we're going to move on to reality, and that's what's staring us for next Friday. Myrtle Beach, the old nemesis. We've been there a few times, but they've never been on grass.
And we get them at our place, and you know, people, I told our team before the game, I said, look, people are going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but we win tonight, guys. We got a shot at a share of the region title.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so we win next week. It's all task now. It's going to be hard because they're not ranked number 2 in the state and undefeated for no reason. They are a very, very good football team. But we got them at our place. Stranger things have happened. I know our kids are going to come in and play and work hard. And, you know, North Myrtle Beach was in the game with them until, you know, North Myrtle Beach had 6 turnovers. But it was a tight game until they started turning the ball over. We had a tight game with North Myrtle Beach until we quit at halftime. Yeah. So you never know. We just got to go out and prepare and try to do what we can against those guys and play the best we can play.
Well, Coach, I'm going to let you go. Congratulations on number 200. Thank you. And we look forward to 201 next week.
That's all right. Thank you.
And that's the story from the field here at in Florence Memorial Stadium. The Bulldogs win 33-21 at home for the regular season finale next Friday night against Myrtle Beach. Until then, this is Dan McNeil for Lon Lester and Lorenzo Adams and Hallis Larkin saying good night.